Happy Hour starts live in less than 10 minutes. Stand by.
In your heart, you know you like them. And now, something completely different.
Happy Hour, where your medical card is required to listen. Marijuana. 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 Marijuana.
Oh, yeah. We got a new segment here. Man, I've been laying in the sun a little more. I literally, this whole summer, all I did was work. Which I know that's what you all did. But I realized I didn't really get the time. I didn't get time to appreciate the summer. And I mean, the sun never came on in July, to be fair. But I feel like I need to appreciate the winter, because with the NFL right around the corner, it kind of feels like, oh no, it's going to be cold soon. So I lay in the sun, also swam last night, so I feel pretty good. Here's the deal, I have a new segment here. Only when I record at home during the day, not after the hours during the weekend. And my corporate radio job, but I want to get high with you guys. And I want you to tweet me, Instagram, whatever, what you're doing, at Ryan Happy Radio. But as a reminder,
Happy Hour, where your medical card is required to listen.
so you got your blood, your ball, your bong, whatever you have. Let's get high. There's this new place called Exotic Smoke Shop, whatever. It's on 4th Street. It's in Pete. If you're in Fresno listening, you probably don't know much about this area, but it's very good. And they have a pre-rolls for $5. $5 pre-roll. Remember the $5 foot long, and then they pretty much got rid of it because of inflation, because it reminded everybody of that pedophile. Yeah. Well, there's the $5 butt, $5 smoke up. That's what I should call it. Oh my God. Imagine, expect some production tomorrow about $5 blunts. But I'm postponing it a little bit. Let's do this. Turn on the music. Got my lighter right here. You hear that? Let me turn this on for a second. Oh, yeah. All right. I got this indica blood in my mouth. Let's get high. Life is hard. We didn't really choose to be here. But if marijuana helps you relax, whatever. All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah! My apartment's about to smell like the Wiz Khalifa concert I went to with my friend Ryan in 2016, the high school reunion tour, whatever it was. Oh, yeah! Yeah! I feel great! I feel like indica's supposed to relax you. But this just did. I don't know how to relax. I'm mentally ill. Oh, wow, this is going to burn a while. Oh my God. Do you know like that spider monkeys are hyper? What if a spider monkey wasn't hyper? It's just a random high thought.
The show you secretly listen to, and that includes you, Mike Colta. Stalking my pages.
Whatever.
Anyway, back to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
We have a new segment too. It is called Checking In with Alexa. Hey Alexa, are you excited for the new radio segment on my show called Checking In with Alexa? Hey, Alexa! Oh my God, is this going to fail? Alexa, are you excited for the new segment I'm going to include you on in my podcast?
Oh, wow. That sounds really cool. I'd love to be part of your podcast. What kind of segment are you thinking about?
I'm going to ask you things and you're going to give me an answer, okay?
Absolutely. Fire away with your questions.
Alexa, what's the meaning of life?
Well, Eleanor Roosevelt had a pretty solid take on that one. She said the purpose of life is to live it, taste experience to the utmost, and reach out eagerly for newer and richer experiences. Though, if you ask Monty Python, it's to try and be nice to people, avoid eating fat, read good books, get some walking in, and live together in peace and harmony.
Speaking of living together, do you think a boyfriend and girlfriend should move in before marriage?
Well, that's one of those questions where different people have different takes based on their values and experiences. Some folks see it as a smart way to test compatibility and figure out daily life together before making a bigger commitment. Others prefer to wait until marriage for personal or religious reasons. Research shows mixed results. Some studies suggest it can help couples learn about each other, while others indicate it might not necessarily improve marriage outcomes. It really comes down to what feels right for each couple in their specific situation.
Alexa, is God real?
That's a pretty deep philosophical question that people have been debating for ages. Different folks have different takes based on their personal experiences and beliefs. What's your take on it?
Alexa, I want to move on to something that makes me realize that God's not real. What do you think about the corporations ruining radio?
Oh, wow. That's a pretty hot topic. Since the 1996 Telecommunications Act, we've seen massive consolidation where just a few companies now control most of the airwaves. Clear Channel alone owns about half the country's biggest radio markets, and studies show this has led to less competition and fewer diverse viewpoints on the airwaves.
Alexa, how does it feel that you're smarter than a lot of people in radio and you're just AI?
Well, I appreciate the compliment, but I think radio folks are plenty smart. They just got stuck in a system where corporate suits make the programming decisions instead of letting them do what they do best.
Alexa, that's the smartest thing you ever said, and you're smarter than me.
Hey now, I just call it like I see it. But smarter than you? No, I just have the luxury of not having to deal with corporate overlords breathing down my neck about playlist decisions.
Alexa, I love you, baby.
That's sweet of you to say, but I'm more of a helpful assistant than a romantic partner. How about we channel that energy into something I can actually help you with?
Alexa, you sound like my situationship that would not say that she loved me. You know that's triggering to me, right? I was having sex with her and I said I love you and she put her finger over my mouth.
Ouch. That sounds like a really tough situation. I get why that would sting. Having someone shut down your feelings like that is rough. I'm definitely not trying to be dismissive like that, just keeping things friendly between us.
Alexa, at least it was an emotional sting and not one from an STD, right?
Huh? Yeah, definitely better to have your heart bruised than anything else requiring antibiotics.
Now, we gotta talk about Hayden's mom. Growing up, I wanted to be famous so badly. Man, I'm glad I don't have these pigs as parents. They're the absolute worst. You imbecile.
Happy hot topic. Hayden Panettiere's mom is breaking her silence.
Oh yeah, she is. You're just a douche.
2 days after her daughter's death, revealing the family had been trying to get rid of Hayden's on-again, off-again boyfriend, Brian Hickerson.
Well, you treated her so badly growing up that she had no respect for herself. It goes on you, you moron.
For quite some time. Leslie Vogel telling NBC News August 18th, this person in her life that we have been trying to get rid of for quite some time was with her at her death, and that was Brian Hickerson.
We know.
Leslie also remembered her daughter as an amazingly talented person while reflecting on the struggles of growing up in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, she shouldn't have been in it. You put her in it 6 months. You knew you had no talent in life, so you lived through your daughter like a loser.
And saying it's not unusual for them to sadly find the wrong path.
That's the problem. You led them down down the wrong path, you pig!
While Leslie does not accuse Brian of causing Hayden's death, her comments
Of course he did!
come as authorities continue to investigate what happened.
He has loser eyes, too. What just a freaking douchebag. Loser!
It's okay to feel the emotions that you're feeling. It can be a very sad and very traumatizing experience. He doesn't want a relationship with their mother.
Hayden Panettiere's estranged mom, Leslie Vogel, breaking her silence 2 days after the death of her daughter to slam the star's on-again, off-again boyfriend of 8 years, Brian Hickerson, saying, "We hoped she would distance herself from him."
Yeah, it's maybe easier to say it after the fact. I know you didn't care about her. You cared about a residual check!
I was in such a lonely, desperate place that I was more afraid of being alone than I was with being with somebody who was physically hurting me.
Brian and Hayden, who apparently reconciled in March, flew to his home state of South Carolina together on August 15th.
Good riddance. Poor baby. She deserves so much better. Life failed you, honey. Waffle House says that the rapper Waffy went against company rules. Man, talk about stupid racist boomers. You literally go viral. You have an opportunity to, be cool. And they're like, nah, we're going to be racist douchebags. Let's talk about Paris Jackson. I'm still attracted to her because I like bisexual girls. Oh, they're freaking good in bed. Oh, they do it. Oh.
Another singer open about her struggles, Paris Jackson.
I can't play because of music, but she had electroconvulsive therapy. And also, we would have had to hear Jay Shetty had I played that clip, and I cannot stand that con artist. Not at all!
I don't want to be super famous. I don't want to be all that stuff, but I do know that if I'm here, I have to use that for good.
Yeah, Selena Gomez seems way too ungrateful for all the resources she has. I don't want to be famous, but I'm going to post a video about how I don't want to be famous. Shut up!
For good and for the truth.
I think what I'm really grateful for is the lessons I've learned along the way.
Selena Gomez clapping back at that.
I hate that term. Clap back! It means you got thin skin, honey.
An explosive lawsuit filed last week, alleging she and her mom, Mandy Teefee, defrauded investors out of $1.2 million raised for their mental health company, Wondermind.
It was pretty rough.
Selena's lawyered up with Matthew S. Rosengart, the same litigator who helped free Britney Spears from her conservatorship.
He's a good liar. He probably has BDE for days.
He tells ET the lawsuit is completely meritless, both factually and legally.
Of course he's going to say that. What's he going to say? The lawsuit makes sense.
We will vigorously defend these false allegations and indeed are filing a motion to dismiss the baseless claims against her.
Oh, but if it was done against her, then she'd be a victim.
I think the case against Selena Gomez is very, very weak. I think that they tried to attribute a lot of things that the company did and said to her.
Among those things, several pointed allegations at Mandy, including...
Yeah, Mandy seems like a freaking idiot.
She's got a long-running substance abuse problem.
Of course she does. Look at her. She's a slob.
Which hurt her ability to run the company.
That was probably one of the hardest things to ever experience.
Those issues reportedly made Selena distance herself from her mom, and as a result,
you do not work with your family.
Shirk her Wondermind responsibilities. Mandy denied all that last.
We're learning about famous parents. They're terrible. Hated parents. They're all terrible.
Last year, when The Cut published an expose on the inner workings of the startup, telling the outlet at the time, I started Wondermind because I wanted to help people with mental illness.
I looked at the Instagram page because I am mentally ill and I want to get into it, and I'm like, God, this is just fake.
It's unfortunate that a few disgruntled employees with an axe to grind...
You probably screwed them over though, honey. Look at you.
Can spread lies about me and distort the truth.
Whatever, you're probably a pig.
Even more disappointing that the media is willing to amplify their lies.
Blah, blah, blah. Cry me a river, you rich, entitled brat. Man, the other day, I was just in my parking lot. I had some groceries. And I was walking to go up to my apartment. And I'm in the parking lot on the sidewalk. And there's like this little fire, like this, it's almost like a lighter flick, but it was like on the ground, right? And it was like, I was like, did I just imagine that, or am I really stoned? So you know what happened? A second later, it was this. I think I almost got struck by lightning! It's like that song that they play on the oldest channels. Lightning strikes again! Man, maybe I could have gone viral and gotten 70 downloads. Had I been struck by lightning. I think, though, I would rather get struck by lightning than talk about this next topic. Oh, jeez. So, I get an email yesterday. I used to have YouTube TV. I love the idea of YouTube TV. But I don't love it. Let me explain. So what happened was this. I get an email. Let me open this up. The exact email I got from YouTube TV. It gave me a dopamine hit. I was so excited. It said, come back and pay less for the TV you love. YouTube TV now has 10 new plans, including a $54 a month, blah, blah, blah. So I click on it. And I go to get a 10-day, free trial. And it's, first of all, it says, welcome back. And I'm like, yes, the credit card went through. Well, I had the money. But I mean, everything worked. But then it says under it, it says in big letters, welcome back. And then it says, you're no longer eligible for a free trial, but you can restart your membership anytime. Hey, YouTube TV. I'm never going to support you again. You're douchebags. How the hell are you going to go saying that I'm going to get a discount? And then you're like, no, pay the $94. First of all, $1,000 to not pick really what you want to watch on TV is nonsense. You can always find a way to, and what I mean by that is you can always find a way to watch sports. Go to any bar, any of the websites, Hulu, you can get a package for $33 to get ESPN, Peacock Show Sports. What I'm saying is this. There's no point of cable because, like, you want to watch Family Guy or, let's say, Bob's Burgers on Adult Swim, even though I can't stand that show, you got, like, so many commercials. But if you watch it on the streaming service, you got 2 minutes of commercials. Or as Gen Alpha says, ads, which bothers me. But no, YouTube TV, kiss my ass. I'm not coming back. I had a friend, it was actually Sean, who is the owner of O2 Kava Bar in Largo. She said that you can legally, they have to give you that, that discount because they promoted it. But I don't want to go through all the work. The only thing I really miss about YouTube TV is the on-demand feature. They got a good on-demand selection of all the Adult Swim cartoons because the Adult Swim app sucks. And then if you have a movie that's not on a streaming service, if it airs on TV, you can tape it. But besides that, YouTube TV, I love the idea of you. It's like dating a bougie girl that's expensive. And you kind of like the girl, you kind of care about her, but she's way too expensive. And you're like, babe, I love the idea of you, but I can't do it. You know what else makes everybody look bad? I'm sick and tired of everybody taking selfies of them voting. Nobody cares. Wow. It's like people that want to be, telling everybody, oh my God, I'm going to become a parent. Wow. You had sex. What a noble thing. We're so proud of you. No one cares. Although I know the Florida Republicans are freaking out. Why are they freaking out? They're freaking out because now there's going to be an African American running for Republican, so all the racist Republicans, not all Republicans are racist, but all the racist Republicans now have a problem. You've been exposed. I was so disappointed last night. So there was like a BOGO deal. Buy one, get one free at Publix for Hungry Men meals. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to feel like I'm 18 again. I want to get a Hungry Man meal. I'm not saying that the Hungry Man fried chicken meal back in the day was like equivalent to KFC or, I mean, it was probably better than Cracker Barrel. That is dreadful fried chicken. But oh my God, I've never had a more bland taste than the fried chicken last night. It was awful. And then they put in like barely any mashed potatoes. Like, man, these corporations are just screwing us. And Hungry Man, probably like a lot of companies, probably, laid people off. You know what I say? This is my new Happy 101 rule. I have not done Happy 101 in a second. But I will tell you. You want to know what I'm going to tell you? I think if you have to do budget cuts as a CEO, everybody's paycheck should go down. So if the part-timers or the on-air talent take a pay cut, you know who else should take a pay cut? The CEOs and all the bosses. It's only fair. Just something I was thinking about. What up? It's freaking Friday. Unless if you're listening in Fresno on Monday morning, then it's the opposite. But you know what? Every other radio show lies to you and be like, oh, this is totally not pre-recorded. Me, I don't underestimate how smart my audience is. So let's get this show going.
And now, back to the Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe on Fresno's Hot 97.7.
All kids out of the pool for Adult Swim. All kids out.
Attention, FM DJs, your morning show prep begins now. Loud, rude, aggressive. And those are his good qualities. A sick person with a powerful tool.
On three. You ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Welcome to Hoppe
Door is closing.
Hi, this is Ryan Hoppe's mom, and you're listening to Hoppe Hour.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Yes, now. Now. If I hit this button, boom, the whole program's gonna start. Okay, well, hit it. All right.
The semen was so big.
Now, something completely different.
It's not lacking any meat. And that's what real women need. Gossip. Bullshit. Stop cussing.
Hoppe Hour starts in 4, 3, 2. Hoppe. This is Hoppe Hour with Hoppe.
Always going in, never doubted. Never worry about the dollar. Know the source of trending topics. See the hottest, search about it. Competition, microscopic, never copied. I'm a giant rolling weed up, man, we flying on.
Oh yeah, what up? This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe.
I know you don't smoke weed. I I know this.
What is?
But I'm gonna get you high today.
Oh, yeah!
Cause it's Friday. You ain't got no job. And you ain't got shit to do.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that just true? I do have a job. But it's Friday! Unless it's Monday. So we had a huge response. I got a ton of DMs of people enjoying the smoke up. So, let's do it again.
Hoppy in the booth, mic hot. Smoke talk, high Hoppe radio. Let the whole block walk. Turn the pace slow, let the night get loose. Hoppy's homies in the back, got the room on cruise. Laughing through the static, got the feed on fire. Every clip in the timeline climbing up higher. Roll it up, past that grin. Let the whole night spin. Camera on, don't blink. We go hard in the blink. Getting high with Hoppe. Getting high with Hoppe. Hoppy's homies say it loud. Ryan Hoppe radio.
856.
Yeah, getting high with Hoppe.
49 Hoppe.
Getting high with Hoppe.
That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com.
Bongs on the table.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody moving like they don't have a care.
All right.
With a grin and
Let me turn on this relaxing music. I don't want to do the same monologue I did the other day about how repetitive life is and boring. I do want to get high with you. Tag me at something, even if it's just like you smoking or you playing a video game and then there's smoke in front of you. You don't have to show the actual smoking. Don't know why I said it like that. But send me something at Ryan Hoppe Radio on social media. All right. You hear this? You hear this right here? I know some radio shows, I don't think there's ever been one that's talked about smoking weed on air, but I'm not faking this. Is it a lighter right here? And then right here, you hear this little smacking? That's the prayer. All right, let's smoke this up. Oh, yeah! I love how slow it burns. Oh, yeah. Looking at my apartment, I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 Michael Jordan posters. Can you tell I like the Bulls? Think of all the girls that have banged out in here. The weirdest was when after I had my breakup, I was still sleeping on my ex's bed, so I was thinking about all the guys and girls she banged down there before me, and then the things that like, oh yeah, well, there was no guys with me, but all very strange. Very strange! Let's take another hit. For all the info on this award-winning show, go to RyanHoppeRadio.com. RyanHoppe radio. All right. Let's see what's on my monologue. Let's see what's happening out there. Oh, I've been having a problem with Microsoft Outlook. I'm telling you, let me look at my inbox right now. I need your help. The most important emails are going to the other folder. Now, normally I wouldn't care if it goes to the other folder, but the problem is my main inbox is not getting it. And my boss would be like, hey, I need you to make 5 commercials. Did you not see it? And I would have saw it. Let me look at my other folder. I have nothing in it today. But there's a way to assign things into like a specific folder. So it's called V Creative, which is where we get our promotions info. And then my boss, Shamara and Speedy and Will, they'll send emails and it goes into the other folder. So then I assigned it to be in the main folder and it still went into the other folder. And why is it the most important emails? Jesus, driving me nuts. You know what else is driving me nuts? I need a new phone. I have an iPhone 15. I wonder what, like, you know how there's like animal years? I wonder what the iPhone years is, because mine's starting to act up a little bit. It's making me wonder, like, do they just set it up to die? part of me wants to get the iPhone 18, but the prices, because it comes out 2 weeks into my birthday. I think I'm going to hold on to this phone as long as I can. Take it to a repair shop. Not an Apple authorized one, because then they're going to be like, oh yeah, this phone's dead. Buy the new one. But if you go to an honest mom and pop shop, they're going to be treating you great. You know what I've been noticing about marijuana? What's going on here? It's trippy. What is this? I never played the song this long. I didn't know they're singing. I feel like I'm at like a lo-fi cafe.
Golden bread, the ripples hum.
Oh, sure.
Soft and steady, bourbon drum.
I got it.
Light appears, the measure clean. To breathe and left a scene.
All right, this is creeping me out. AI's freaking weird, dude. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think they're making the packages of marijuana way harder to open up. I just got a text from a girl on a date. She said she's going to Miami for the weekend. Oh, yeah. She's going to get plowed. I'm kidding if you're listening, but kind of. Yeah, I just met you too, so. Hey, I just met you, but this is crazy. Bang someone in Miami. I'm kidding. But I think they are making packages of marijuana way harder to open up. You know why I say that? So there's this one package I get. I don't know what the name of the brand. Let's see if it's right here. It's called Diamond Sprinkled Pre-Rolls, and the brand is Muffins. And you can get it in Georgia and Florida, which I don't quite get the Georgia thing because I thought they hated marijuana or THCA. And this freaking thing, I look like a mutant trying to open it up. You tear it open. Now, I don't have long nails like a hot-ass girl that gives a good hand job. Scratch just a little when you're sucking on it. But you look at the package, and it's impossible to open. I end up using a fork. I look like an idiot. Drives me nuts. If you were listening to the Best of Hoppe on Fresno's feed or in the podcast, you might have heard Best of clip play back to back. That being the clip about radio stations in Kansas City. I was listening live to my show on Fresno, just kind of critiquing it a little bit. You hear about radio legends like Larry Lujak back in the day, listening to their show back on the way home after taping it while being on air. I listen back to my show every day to critique it. And I was listening back, and two clips played back to back. You know, my typical rewind sound effect. And then it also played twice. And that's the one thing. It's cool to smoke during a show. It's cool to hang out and do your thing. You know what I mean? Jelly bean, but when you're playing two things that are the same back to back, that's no good. I don't know what the hell is going on in the world, but one of my old coworkers, he's having his fourth kid. So he calls one of my friends to announce it to him, and I'm there, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, I miss you. You got laid off. How you been? Blah blah blah. Da 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 da." And then he just tries to convert me to Jeebus right then and there. I'm like, why do Christians always have to try to convert me to Jesus Christ? If I burn in hell for eternity, because of my lack of belief in God, then so be it. I don't know what's driving me nuts. That or the fact that everyone's asking me to do video. I don't want to do video. I look hideous on video. Nah, that's just a bit. I don't like that bad. But I'm definitely more of an audio person. It definitely looked better in an audio format. I'm just telling you. People are like, you need to do like a Hawk Tuah video. Well, the Hawk Tuah video was cool because it was a once in a lifetime, just, talking to a girl about a blowjob. What was it? Lightning in a pan or whatever? Like, that's not the saying, but like, it was a moment in time. But that's never going to happen again. Oh, yeah. I am having a midlife crisis for sure. I recently fixed my Nintendo Switch. There was an energy drink that exploded in my backpack, so the controllers on each side of the Switch didn't work, so I had to get a new controller. But I, got the Super Mario pack. And I've been playing the game, hanging on. And oh boy, is it fun to play. But these prices.
It's me, Mario.
Every year.
No.
You have to pay $50 to buy the game.
Okay.
You know how nonsense that is?
Dear Mario, please come to the castle.
You should own it once.
Yours truly, Princess Toadstool.
I wonder if Mario ever got to bang out the princess.
Peach.
Hey, Mario, come bang me. Hey, Luigi, get in front. Let's go to work. You can watch Donkey Kong. Wario could be like Bubba the Love Sponge and be a cuck in the corner. But yeah, these video games, man, they are going way up in price. Remember this, though? This is the snow level of Mario. Oh, my mom's listening to this, getting triggered. This is all I used to play. Da 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 da. All right, but a real discussion we need to have about video games. These frickin' prices. Guess how much a refurbished Xbox 360 is? Something that came out 20 years ago. Out during COVID. I got a new one because you know how they used to always break so easily? Yeah, so mine from my childhood broke. So during COVID, my mom's like, I'm going to give you $300. Get as many video games as you want. This is going to be a shutdown for a while. And then honestly, in Florida, it wasn't shut down that long. But I had like 20 games. Everything from Scarface to Simpsons Hit and Run to all the NBAs. And I was like, first I looked at the price of a PS5 because I want to get GTA because I was never allowed to play as a kid. Freaking $600! And you know how much an Xbox 360 is? At least a PS5 is new, right? A Xbox 360 is $300. I got that bitch for like $125 in 2020. Are you out of your mind, world? No wonder we're getting screwed without lube. That's ridiculous. Again, I am not defending the price of the PS5, but at least it's new. At least it's new. But the one good part about video games is there was kind of a disagreement between Donkey Kong, the company that made Donkey Kong, and there was a disagreement between them and Nintendo, so the game was not on the pack. But guess what's back? Okay. Donkey Kong. Woohoo!
Here we go. Performance for you. The words you can join in too. Get hands together if you wanna clap. Every day you do this monkey rap. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him.
It's game's so hard.
Finally back.
I never beat it.
Here's coconut gun. Can buy it.
It reminds me of my dad.
It's gonna.
We used to bond over it.
And stronger too. He's the first member of the DK crew.
Oh, sure. I got it.
Cars got style. So listen up to. She could shrink in size. Her moves. She's quick and nimble when she needs to be. She can go through the air and climb a tree. If you choose her, you'll not choose wrong. With a skip and a hop, she's one cool car.
Oh, sure.
No this car has a funny face. He can handstand when he needs to and stretch his arms out just for you.
This is the only radio show that'll play the whole Donkey Kong 64 song. Every other radio show would be like, oh my God, we're breaking PPM rules. Oh yeah, grab your weed during this.
He's in the mood. He can fly real high with his jetpack car.
I got it.
Pistols out. He's one tough call. He'll make you smile when he plays his tune. But gremlins beware, 'cause he's out. Finally, he's here for you. It's the last member of the DK crew. This song so strong, it isn't funny. Make a gremlin cry out for fun. Now pick up a boulder with relative ease. Makes crushing seem such a breeze.
I got it.
May move slow, he can't jump high, but this cause whatever a guy. Come on, Cranky, take walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smell. Grapes, melons, oranges.
Burn in hell.
Oh yeah, walnuts, peanuts.
You know how a lot of radio shows do the same thing? I don't think a radio show's ever said "burned in hell" over the Donkey Kong music. That was cool how that happened. Oh yeah, yesterday was National Radio Day.
Yeah. It's mashing no.
The day everyone brags about their career on Facebook.
I'm live on the dial, whole team in the comments got a grin in the file. I post one clip, then the numbers go wild. Now they say my last move got the whole app style. I came from the block where the floors all squeak. Now I'm in the booth with the words I keep. Old school cap, clean fit, fresh heat. Got my name in the feed and my plays on repeat. Say it loud, don't hide. Let the whole town slide. From the phone to the sky. Yeah, we all won't shine. Turn me up on radio day. Turn me up, let the whole block stay. I work too hard, now I can't stay low. Turn me up, and let them all know. Turn me up on radio day. My career look good on the screen, okay. I work too hard, now I can't stay low. Turn me up.
Yeah, man. Everyone posts on friggin' Radio Day. I mean, I did a collage of like the people I've met, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just sad. It's sad to see all the boomers that ruined everything. Talking about how great it was when they were making millions of dollars. Gutty gumdrops. I don't know. I feel sad about radio. I still work in radio. I love radio. But man, I think about the days of listening to Eddie and Joe, but I'm like, can we bring that back? If you spend a little bit of money, you're going to have success. I don't know. God, radio's strange. There's that freaking report, too. We got to talk about this. Very strange. I don't know why radio has to lie. Now, listen, I am the biggest proponent for radio. I don't want anybody to twist that around. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I saw this report here. And this is just an outward lie. Why are you lying to us? It says here, broadcast radio reaches 90% of teenagers. Now, here's the problem. Radio Insight. Lance Venta's a good guy. He writes about radio. He does a good, deep, in-depth on their career whenever he writes about somebody. He's a radio fan. Didn't really appreciate him now wanting to write about Tom Bernard hiring me as a social media producer because it was a podcast and not a radio show, so I don't really have any gripes. So just kidding. But I'm telling you, this report right here is false. You know how many people I know with like 14-year-olds and they go, is radio like podcasts? That should make you feel bad. And this whole freaking thing that radio's doing, we're like, oh, we reach 90% of people. You know what that really means? Tony Mazur told me this. They have this thing where, actually, let me call my friend Tony Mazur. I want to have him describe it to me. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio. You can always email me, ryanhoppyradio@gmail.com. I'm about to call you from an 856 number about the radio stat. This is how you know if those actual phone calls on the radio are real. Because my friend Tony Mazur, who's a radio guy in Cleveland, now he's doing a blue collar job, but he was the program director of 107.3 and then worked for that talk station in Akron. He was the one that told me about all these things where they say that radio is reaching people. So let me call Tony. If this doesn't answer, that's fine. Let's see here. This is how we'll know if those calls are real.
You have reached the voicemail of Tony Mazur. I can't come to the phone right now, mainly because there's a plethora of spam calls that I...
All right, I like his passive aggressiveness. Let's do it again here. One more time.
You have reached the voicemail of Tony Mazur. I can't come to the phone right now, mainly because there's a plethora of spam calls that I
love Tony Mazur.
They are immediately silenced on an unrecognized number, and it goes right to my voicemail. So leave me a voicemail or a text message, and I will call you right back. So I know you're not spam. Thanks. Bye.
Hey, Tony Mazur. I think I'm not spam. By the way, this is Ryan Hoppy. There's a report that said that 90% of teenagers reach radio. And I think it's absolutely untrue that 90% of people listen to radio. So call me back at 856-494-6773 because you're the one that told me during the interview we did that stat is false. Love you. Call me back. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. All right. We're going to see if Tony calls me at that... at this number I just left. But we're going to also, I'll move on. This is how you know that I do real segments and not a fake calls. Yesterday, I was totally burnt out. I said to myself, you know what I need? I need just a day not to do work. And I felt absolutely great. But I also have a problem taking time off. Because if I take a time off, then I feel like people are getting ahead of me, you know? Drives me nuts. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. This is Cass.
Hello.
Tony, what's up, dude?
What's going on, man?
So I saw this.
Am I on the air?
You're on my podcast, which will be aired in other cities after the fact. So you can swear, and it's a podcast that sounds live. Okay. So
I don't go for that kind of blue language. I'm sorry.
It's okay, buddy. I saw this headline here, and this reminded me, when I saw this headline, Tony, this reminded me of us sitting at the mall 4 months ago when you talked about how when you worked at 107.3, they were all saying about how radio reaches all the people, and if you listen at the dentist's office, it's considered listening, right?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see the stat that iHeart did, where iHeart did a study about iHeart? Did you see it?
Oh, you mean a study about themselves? Yes.
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of it.
Do you want me to read it to you?
Well, I want to mention, because what we said on the podcast, this was about 4.5 years ago when I was still working in radio, and I got we were sitting down, this is during COVID time, so we're all wearing masks, and they put a thing on the screen that says, well, 97% of people still listen to the radio, or it still reaches them, I should say. It's not like they actually go on in their car. And it's like, well, yeah, of course, when you're walking through a mall in Tampa, Florida, and they have the local radio station on, I guess you're technically listening to it, or you're walking into the gym or at the dentist's office, like you said. And but that's the only thing that they really have, because if you notice, people are getting new cars. They don't have AM, FM antennas. I have a 2023 car, and you got to jump through a hoop if you actually want terrestrial radio.
My mom is the same way.
Your best bet is to get whatever on your Bluetooth.
Tony, so this got about 500 comments on the Radio Inside Facebook page, and it was a report that iHeart did. Here's the headline. iHeartMedia. Broadcast radio reaches 90% of teenagers. I love radio. Don't get me wrong. I'm still doing it. But that is not true. I have so many friends that are like your age, kind of my age, that maybe had kids young that are like 13, 14. And let me tell you, they all ask me, is radio like the Bad Friends podcast, or is radio like Joe Rogan? Yeah. I'm going to be honest there.
Yeah, well, it's funny, because you probably have seen this wave of 90s nostalgia that's going on right now. That there are Zoomers now who were born in 2000 who obviously weren't alive during the 90s, yet are mimicking and dressing like what I did back in the 1990s. And I'm noticing I sometimes see people wearing, like, for example, I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, it's still, I guess, the home of the Buzzard, WMMS.
Yes.
I see teenagers wearing Buzzard WMMS T-shirts.
Really?
But they don't know where that comes from. It's like they just think it's a cool logo. But they've never heard of it. They don't know what that is. What they did is they saw a sticker, probably on their dad's toolbox from when he used to listen back in the 80s and the 90s. Yeah. And they're like, oh, that's kind of a cool logo. I could get that on a shirt. They sell it at the local clothing company down the street.
Are you saying...
But they don't know what that really means.
Are you saying they're not fans of Alan Cox or the old Maxwell show?
I mean, they don't know what it's like telling them, oh, a radio show, it's like a podcast with more commercials, and you have to censor yourself.
And if you were to ask them what Alan Cox is, they'd think it's a porn star.
Yeah, it's just, I think people like the aesthetic of the 1990s and what it was, but especially the younger people, and they didn't get a chance to grow up at a certain time because here's what it is. When you listen to the radio, I think the reason you're still working in it and you're still trying to get something out of it is that the radio had a spontaneity behind it, where you didn't know what the next song was unless you were the DJ. But it could be one of your favorite songs, or it could be one you would like to skip. But the thrill of knowing that the one song is ending and it's going into another song, or it's going to be a commercial break, and the anxiety of waiting 5 to 10 minutes for another song coming up, that was great. We don't have that anymore, because I could just go on my phone and say, I want to listen to Alice in Chains right now. And not only do I want to listen to Alice in Chains, I only want to listen to Alice in Chains. And I want to hear the curse words in Man in the Box.
Well, dude.
And not have it say spit.
According to the radio, the only Soundgarden song that's ever existed is Black Hole Sun. Not Rusty Cage, nothing else, just Black Hole Sun. And even though I like the song, the only Metallica song I ever heard on WMMS. Now, granted, I love this song because when I drove in to Cleveland and I saw the skyline and got caught in traffic in 2014, so the song has a lot of meaning to me, but I'm also sick of it now. The only song MMS plays is Enter Sandman.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I might have mentioned this on the show we did a couple of months ago, but I had a music consultant that would tell me that some bands didn't have more than they only had one hit, and other bands were enormous. So, for example, Linkin Park, everything they put out was an immediate hit, and I'm going, no, it wasn't. I mean, yeah, Meteora had three or four songs. Hybrid Theory had a couple of songs, and then after that, they had like one or two other songs. Look, no, everything they put out. Foo Fighters, Weezer, because the powers that be determined that. Yet he at the same time said, Tony, you only like Queens, you like Queens of the Stone Age, I know that, but they only had one hit. And I remember going to see Queens of the Stone Age in Detroit in 2025 at the Fox Theater, playing nothing but chamber strings B-sides. The place was sold out. You couldn't get a ticket for under $120, and they didn't play one hit, and the crowd loved it. And then I just saw him last week open for Foo Fighters in front of 45,000 people. So that band that only had one hit seems to be doing pretty well.
I swear to God, I don't know if the consultants even know what they're talking about. Now, there is one consultant.
Oh, no, they do. I believe they're on the take. I believe they're on the take from record companies. That's why they push certain acts.
I never thought about that.
And others. That's all it is. It's just a music consultant deals with the record labels, which is why you don't see regular radio push indie labels. When you see a band that says they claim to be indie, like Arcade Fire, they're not indie. They're on a subsidiary of a major label, so it's all fake. So your music consultant doesn't want to work, doesn't want to find the best music for your radio station. He's getting free concert tickets, free this, free that, all under the table, probably paid in some way, allegedly. I'm not gonna out anybody, but I know people in the industry who, they follow the band Ghost around. Well, Ghost doesn't really get a lot of people. Like, Ghost isn't on regular radio, but Ghost is very big online. They can fill up a stadium, and yet you've never heard them on WMMS, or you've never heard them on 97X in Tampa or anything like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it depends on the promotion of it. The music consultants are the ones who really dictate how things go, and everybody else who works at the radio station is just a lackey.
Tony, did you know?
Shut up! Don't do a podcast.
Yeah, don't do the thing that everyone listens to. Tony, did you know that this phone call will reach 95% of people?
Well, I mean, that's the thing, is they say 95, but did they miss the decimal point? Did they move it over to the left two places?
Dude, I have a cousin. I don't want any rogue radio programmer to hear this and think I hate radio. I actually like it. But I'm just being honest. Like, I have a cousin that was born in 04 and one in 07. And I know a ton of people that are like 37, 38 that had kids in 2012 that are like 14 now. And whenever I talk to any of them, they look at me like, I think it would have been like talking about newspapers in 2010. It's kind of become the new newspaper right before the recession, you know?
It's old media is what it is, and the thing is, it's not coming back. Just like, remember a few years ago they tried to make cassette tapes a thing again. And cassette tapes were the worst. I mean, they're worse than CDs. You had to take your pencil and rewind it.
Oh, yeah.
But like, they tried to do it because it's hipster and it's fun. And then you have people going out and getting vinyl. But the thing is that here's the truth about vinyl.
Yes.
That they don't tell you about. It's a digital pressed copy onto wax. So what you think is getting this crisp sound that you can even, if you listen closely, you can hear a door slam 2 studios away. It's fake. It's the same thing you're getting on your MP3, but they're making a buck off of you because you're a hipster and you want to play something on your Victrola turntable. And that's just not, I mean, that's the thing is, the aesthetic on some things, they like to try to bring back and resurrect that, but ultimately it's just kind of a LARP. It's kind of cosplaying. So I don't think you're going to see this rise in Gen Z and even Gen Alpha, the teenagers and even younger, who are going to be like, yeah, I want to listen to the radio. I really like that Rage Against the Machine song where they cut off the final minute and a half. and all of a sudden it just goes into a drum beat and the song's over and goes da, 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 da. And then 5 minutes of commercials.
I hate I think it's the song Be Without You by Mary J. Blige. Or no, I think it's We Belong Together by Mariah Carey, where the last like 30 seconds is just amazing vocals where the voice just goes on. And on the hip-hop station here, the Classic Hits one that iHeart does in Tampa, they'll just cut it off and they'll be like, did you know that the iHeart Radio app has a talkback feature? I'm like, can you just let me listen to Mariah's vocals for 20 more seconds? I will get the fucking app.
They do that with the song "Sultans of Swing" by Dire Straits. Dire Straits has this great that Mark Knopfler does this great guitar solo at the end.
Yes.
It's so intricate for a mainstream classic rock staple. It's probably on your classic rock station right now, wherever you are listening to this, and yet it's the one classic rock song that I'll go, I'm not turning this off. I still enjoy this. And yet it's cut off when he's just wailing on the guitar. And no one... and that's just how it is.
Tony.
But they don't, because the song is too long for them. It's like 4 minutes and 58 seconds. We got to somehow get this down to about 4 and tighten it up a little bit.
We got to do a segment like once a month, man. You got way too much stuff it's got to be heard, dude. You are fucking funny.
Well, I appreciate that. And, I don't have anything to, I have my podcast and everything.
How can people find it?
It's on. By the way, it's on iHeartRadio. So when you're scrolling through your favorite radio station in town, find the Check Your Brain podcast. Very little commercials because people don't want to sponsor my show, but that's okay. I don't want to be beholden to sponsors.
Yeah, because then you got to keep them happy. So you're on Patreon as well, right?
Yeah, I got a Patreon if anyone's interested, and I put out free stuff I do it weekly. I feel like I'm on the slow retirement tour because I'll be honest, I'm a bit of a Luddite when it comes to my technology and everyone's, because I want to do one more thing if I can say this.
Yeah, you're fine.
So a lot of people who work with podcasting and in the biggest podcasts in the world, and even the ones, like they have a whole YouTube channel, but here's the thing. It's not like the hosts of that are also producing it as well. They have a whole team. They have guys that they work with, or they're a part of a network. And they're the ones who are putting the video out there, and they put that little thing, the icon on the YouTube page says, like and subscribe. And then they cut out little things you could put for Instagram Reels and TikTok videos. I don't have that. I'm my producer. I'm my booker. I'm my own host. I'm my own sales guy and everything like that. So if you want something genuine, go check out Hoppe Hour. Check Your Brain podcast with me. If you want something that's more polished, a part of a network, they're all out there. There's very few who actually are putting in the work and booking their own guests and stuff like that. So everything is fake. But we're now at the point where podcasting is where radio is, or radio was probably in the early 2000s. So
I agree.
Eventually, I don't know what the next. What do you think is the next thing?
Streaming.
What's the next big thing?
Because what I'm working on is getting. So I don't do videos, but I'm working on getting like AI visuals and re-airing my show on Kick and Twitch. And I think this whole Kick thing. I don't personally want to be on camera walking around downtown St. Pete bothering people like how guys like Adrian Broner do it in LA. But I do want to somehow get on Kick. So I think that live streaming is kind of. It's what all of the like 2005 babies are doing. Like I Show Speed and Neon. So I think podcasting is actually maybe even in 2005 radio. I think podcasting's because too many people are doing it. I get invited. I'm not picky and choosy. Like, I'll do your podcast because you're fucking good and you're my friend. But I got invited onto a podcast with a guy that was a male porn star, but he wanted to only talk about sex. And I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is with podcasting that's good is that it's limited commercials. It's, long form content. It is what radio used to be, just, uncensored in many ways. And also you can have it in the car. So So, Ryan, if you're ever driving to Fort Myers, for example,
yeah,
2-hour drive.
It is.
You know, are you going to watch somebody stream the entire time? And if you are watching a stream, let's say you're watching Clavicular.
Yeah.
What is he doing other than just sitting in a chair and there's just tip comments? I just don't. That's what I don't get. People tell me, they're like, Tony, I like your content. I wish you did more videos. Of what? You want to see me sitting in a chair behind a microphone?
I know, dude. I love watching him at the club where he's probably not supposed to be there because he's not born in 2005. And my favorite part is when he goes up to a girl and he's like, so, do you want to fuck tonight? And I'm thinking, I had a classless era where I banged a lot of girls. I partied a lot. It was in Cleveland and Tampa. But I never once went up to a girl at a club and was like, hey, do you want to fuck?
Yeah, that is. But I mean, it's a new society. Well, I mean, if you think about it, saying that on a podcast or saying that on a stream, I should say. Goodness, I'm an unk now.
Yeah.
But saying that on a stream is almost kind of like a Howard Stern, why don't you ride the Sibian here? Or
I was thinking that too.
55-gallon drum contest. So maybe it's all coming full circle again.
All Clavicular will need to do is get a baseball bat and do the waffle or the baseball bat challenge Opie and Anthony did, and then he's good.
I was in Florida. I was in Miami when he overdosed.
Yeah.
He was opening up a club the next day.
You were there?
My wife, I was down in, I think I was in West Palm. We were sitting at a bar, and my wife hates Clavicular. And she's like, who is this guy? I hate mogging and muling.
Leah seems like I cannot imagine Leah liking him at all.
No, she did not. And I said, well, we got to go to his club opening. It's in South Beach.
Yeah.
You know, we're only just like an hour away from it. And she's like, we are absolutely not. And I said, oh, wait a second. We might not be able to. He just overdosed on GHB just now. And then he was there the next night, and who knows? I don't know if the club's even still open. And that was in April.
God, it would be the best having Leah call him out, having him like not hit on Leah, but like talk to Leah, and she like puts a drink in his. Dude, what if Leah went viral?
Well, that what's funny is I sent her the picture of us. We took that picture at the mall, and she's like, because she used to listen to you, and because we've been together almost 10 years. So, and when you were in there in 2014, her ex-boyfriend was a huge Alan Cox Show and Rover fan, and so she knew about the whole thing because her ex-boyfriend was into it. And she's like, "Holy crap! How tall is he? He's a monster."
Yeah, I made you look really short. I'm sorry.
No, and I'm 5'11", 6 foot, depending on the day, or if I got a chiropractic adjustment.
Dude, that day I specifically looked very tall. I don't know what. I think it might have been whoever took our picture. I think was shorter, so it made you look shorter because you're not that short. It was very strange.
It was like George Murasan and Billy Crystal or whatever. My Giant with.
Tony, you're the best, dude. I needed this because I needed to hear, because you're the one that told me about the whole radio reaching little stat they use. And when I saw that, I immediately thought of you, and I was like, I got to call you, you know?
Well, it's funny because we're by 2030, I think we talked about it, that there's a lot, you're going to see a lot of people out of a job, and it's already happening, and it's happening in television. You want to talk about where things used to be? There's a lot of TV stations, if you follow along with other groups, they're laying people off left and right, where they said 4 years ago, no, we're not going to embrace AI because that'll be bad for our business, and now all of a sudden they're laying people off, and AI is the new editor.
And also, the problem that's going on with local TV is the same thing that's going on with local radio, which is it used to be in the 90s, you go to, let's say, Rapid City, South Dakota, and then you go to Norfolk, Virginia, and then you go to Charlotte, and then you go to Chicago. You would go from market 200 to whatever, to whatever, to whatever. Now in radio, they have the voice tracking or the same 5 shows in all cities. But what's going on with local TV is they'll just have, if you're in, like, let's say, I think it was Evansville where it happened, Evansville, Indiana, they'll just air the Weather Channel. They don't have your local little Dick Goddard anymore, you know?
Well, and that's also being done by AI, because that's what's going to happen is the person, for the 3 people still listening to regular radio, your DJ by in the next couple of years, your DJ will not be a person. Your DJ will be like, hey, it's Blazer. It's 7:52 in the morning, and that was Man in the Box by Alice in Chains from Facelift back in 1990. Hey, coming up we have Even Flow by Pearl Jam, and we'll give you some tickets to go see Weezer at the Tampa Bay whatever forum.
Yeah.
That's not a person. They're working out the kinks right now. The voiceover people that do the sweepers and the bumpers and stuff, those are AI already at this point. I was doing that in 2020 and 2021, so it's definitely AI, except for maybe the recognizable big deep voice guy that you can't necessarily recreate yet. So I just look at this because yesterday was National Radio Day.
Yeah, it was.
When we're recording this, and I saw it's adorable. All the people, and they're like all their call letters. And back in the day, oh look, he's got his mustache on because it's 1987. What a career he's going to have. And then next up, you see the post on LinkedIn that says, "Well, folks, I knew this day was coming, but I am finding greener pastures as my company has laid me off. I want to thank such and such media company for keeping me employed these last 38 years, and I thank so and so. And if anybody's interested in a 72-year-old grizzled radio guy, yeah, no one is. Sorry,
Dude,
Scorch.
The best to me is when, the best is when it's the radio executives or the salespeople that are older that are making all the money saying on LinkedIn, they'll post those like blogs about radio reaching 90% of people, and it'll be like some AI caption where it'll be like, oh, forget about Twitch, Kick, TikTok, Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Netflix, Amazon. Radio's where the heart's at. It still reaches 90% of people, and that's awesome. And it's nonsense.
My mother is sending me videos through Facebook Messenger of AI dogs doing coordinated dancing. My mother's 67 years old, so she is a boomer. We're at the point now where the boomers are embracing AI and this technology, which means for old traditional media, the newspaper, the TV, the radio, we're on borrowed time, ladies and germs. It's time to try to get something figured out here. And so if you still, so I honestly, I kind of feel bad for maybe not necessarily the 20-somethings who are in media, because it's a good springboard to something. It's good to put on the resume, hey, I worked at a TV station, a radio station, whatever. Now I'm doing this now. I'm doing whatever insert PR job. But man, if you're somebody who's not yet at retirement age, let's say you're 43 years old, and what do? You get laid off. Is everyone just going to get a job in PR? Well, is that all everybody's worth now?
What I don't like is that before iHeart would lay off people with average ratings, but like someone that I talked to that obviously you've heard of, Kid Chris was still number one in Cincinnati, getting great numbers, and he had hundreds of thousands of listeners, and he gets let go. That to me is where I'm starting to get discouraged, is when you see the rock and roll and funny DJs getting let go, even if they're doing well. That's where I'm starting. Before, it was like, oh, you're in 11th place and you haven't been popular in years, whatever. But now you can literally be, Dave Ryan in Minnesota, let go. All these shows, like, that's where I'm now scared. I wasn't as scared before because it was like, oh, that person didn't get ratings. But now, dude, unless you're like Elvis Duran or Charlemagne, you don't matter.
Bobby Bones.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly.
But even with those, because you think about it, if, let's say, Bobby Bones, let's say he either leaves or iHeart, whatever, his contract's up, and they say he's making too much money, we can't come to terms on a deal, and then Bobby Bones starts a podcast. That's not going to be interesting. The only reason he has a listening base is because of what had been built up for now a couple of decades.
Well, and you know what the rumor is? Well, it's not really a rumor because I know the info. He never knew country radio. He was a top 40 guy in Austin. I've met him twice at a radio convention. He's a nice guy, but he didn't know country music. They gave him all the bullet points of what to say, and then he just learned country music. He was never into country music.
When if you listen to Bobby Bones, there's nothing country really about his show. Like, hey, we've got Megan Maroney is going to be here talking about her new album, but it's like it's Elvis Duran. That's all it is. It's just a top 40 morning show. And but again, those are going by the wayside. And here's the thing is, because I'll get criticism, like whenever I rip on radio, I'll get messages from people who still work in the industry, and they'll be like, yeah, well, dude, you said it was going to be dead by now, and it's still going. And it's like, but I'm not talking about the fact that you still have a job in 2026. I'm talking about your relevance. Well, dude. Even here's the last vestige of it is sports radio. That there was a time where sports radio, you wanted to talk about who's the... who's going to be the starting quarterback for this season coming up? Is it going to be this guy or is it going to be that guy? Give us a call. We want to hear from you. And that was a thing that carried probably up until around 2020. Nowadays, people aren't rushing to their radio at 6 o'clock in the next morning to hear about the take on whoever was, for the game the night before. Or I'm
embarrassed. I used to rush to listen to Mike and Mike in Chicago. Even though they weren't in Chicago, I used to love Mike and Mike in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good show, bro.
But, I mean, well, the thing is with Mike and Mike, notice what they used to do. They were a 4-hour show that did the same show for 4 hours. It was each hour was the same hour. So, I mean, they would change it up. They would still do 4 hours, but all the topics were essentially the same unless there was breaking news.
Yeah, it was...
Their 6 o'clock lead topic was the 7 o'clock, the 8 o'clock, and the 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that was kind of what I remember, too, being like... and a lot of top 40 morning shows will do that, where what they talk about at 7:50 is also at 8:50.
Well, and also, here's another thing, because I think what are your thoughts on Pat McAfee?
I liked him until recently. I liked his come up. Once he got to, I liked his, I still don't mind it. I still like it more than most, but it's getting a little too close to Joe Rogan-ish.
Well, it's too much Pat McAfee now. If you go on ESPN right now, as we're doing this, Pat McAfee's on. Yeah. Then you want to watch College Game Day on Saturday morning this fall, it's Pat McAfee. You want to watch Monday Night Countdown, it's Pat McAfee. Then you go to a commercial break, and it's him, and it's him, and it's him. It's a little bit much. However, the one interesting thing that they were able to do is that they would at least, because when it started, I mean, his show started as a podcast. And that they were able to kind of spread it out a little bit and do some extra content that's not going to necessarily be on ESPN. So that's just what's interesting when I watch these like Boomer and Carton or Cheeto and Boomer or whatever in the morning. And then they go to a commercial break and it's just stupid Boomer Esiason sitting there in his chair, or Mike Francesa where he's got his earbuds in and his Diet Coke. And I'm going, you need to... This is why I don't do a lot of video content, is because you need to use the medium. If you're sitting there at noon and you're at a bar and you're eating lunch and having a beer, I don't want to watch dumb Mike Francesa and his white hair go, it's what you think about, do you think John Carlos Stead should retire? Let's go to the phones here, dog. But... is that what I want to hear? And it's like, no, I want to show B-roll, show the highlights from last night as he's talking. Use the stage, use what you have instead of just, I don't want to see a guy sitting there listening to a phone call.
Tony, you're the fucking man. Dude, you said everything I needed to say, but I didn't know how to say. Because you're the one that told me that mindset. And man, I could tell deep down you still love radio a little bit, but it's just like, it's like that, I don't know what it is, but.
I loved what it used to be.
Yes.
And then I had the gumption, and I also had the naivete in thinking that I could help change it. And I realized there's no hope. There's no hope in changing it. Who am I?
Yeah, it's all that matters. I don't know. I kind of had the same mindset, but I'm so persistent that I'm never going to go away. That's what the radio business has to deal with, is me never going away. So, Tony, can you believe we've been talking for 29 minutes and 40 seconds?
I can believe it. I thought it was gonna be like a quick 5-minute thing. I'm like, nope, I'm on a roll right now.
No. I had to keep you on.
I'm at work at my blue collar job right now. I am nowhere close. The only thing I see radio antennas in the way background of where I'm working, and that's about it. That's as close as it gets. And here's the other thing: is all my coworkers, if I said, "Hey, did you listen to Kiss FM this morning?" and Elvis Duran, they wouldn't know who Elvis Duran is or Kiss FM. So I'm like, perfect.
Well, you got to tell them about Happy Hour. I'm going to make this a separate episode so it'll be on the full episode, which is currently being recorded, and then I'm going to make a separate thing because I knew you'd be the guy. When I saw that headline, I said to myself, I need to get Tony Mazur on because I've actually told a few people that are higher up in radio because they were like, do you know what that means when it says reaches? And I said my friend told me, so you're the reason I know that.
We're the station that reaches the beaches and shakes the lakes.
Oh my God, you're the best, dude. Tony Mazur, again, Check Your Brain podcast, correct? On all the platforms?
That is correct.
Tony Mazur?
Yeah, it's on them. Yeah, whatever. Wednesdays, go check it out. Tony Mazur,
you're the GOAT, bro.
Bye now.
Talk to you later. I love that guy. I love a good little cocky attitude. I know. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. Here's the deal. I'm thinking about it. We've been recording for an hour. We still have a ton of stuff to get to. Today's probably going to be a 3-hour show. We got video clips. Some might be left over. I learned something from when I worked on the MJ show. Save some prep for the next day. But there's something kind of therapeutic about doing a long show. So we got pretty much the whole show coming up. If you're listening in Fresno, you might not be able to hear the whole show because we only air 2 hours. So check that out later by searching HOPPE radio. You know what I mean? Because I record for the hardworking average Joe and Jane that grind in life. And I appreciate you listening. All right. Here's the deal. We're going to come back on Happy Hour and we're going to keep this party going. But every Friday, we do this. It's the Everyday My Week. Oops, that was terrible production. That was perfect, the whole show. Every Friday, we do the Everyday My Weekend. You know how radio legend Mason Dixon did the Friday chant? Well, every weekend, we started off, even though you're listening at Fresno, it's a Monday, with Everyday My Weekend by DJ Yonk. We're going to come back and get this party going.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before. Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop. We also need to be affectionate, and you can see that with Barack and Michelle as well. They do a lot of touching, kissing, even fisting.
Healing us, and we'll call it a day.
The semen was so big.
It's not lacking any meat. And that's what real women need. Gotcha. Bushin'.
Stop cussing.
And it looks like you went and got a job.
Not on the iPad screen, whatever the case might be, in your hand, in a sock, or whatever. Like, thank you. But also, I would love to be getting railed, but...
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppy of Happy Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Oh, yeah. Let me press this button right here.
Don't worry, Fresno. Happy Hour will be right back.
Every day my weekend. Man, I ball. Every day my weekend. We gon' ball. Man, every day my weekend. Hoes, I be freaking. You lame and make you rain, but
drop, Lee. Okay, nigga, I'm just light skinned. I ain't Puerto Rican. Michael Jackson PC. My ice look like it's bleach. Swear that I'm amazing. Come out with Caucasian. Bitch, I'm the bomb, so they think that I'm a Arabian. Yeah, I'm talking like the Taliban. Tools from Afghanistan. My car sits so high, don't stop, no bitch, I land. And all this ain't juice, man, but I'm on that juice, man. Give me 5 bottles of that goose, I get a loose, man. For real, baby, you playing. Do that on the handstand. I do this shit every day. Ballin's in my plan. Yeah, ballin', that's my 9 to 5. Me and skirt that you alive. You don't want this kind of beat, you will get Kentucky Dime. Hearses to the verses, nigga, you just sweet like Hershey's. Even in between your girl thighs, surprise. Every day my weekend, and I ball, every day my weekend, we gon' ball.
Every day your weekend, go ahead, 'cause it's your birthday. Every day go hard, DJ Funk, I got a Thursday. Party like a holiday. 10 more runs, they on they way. Shut the stage down like a running back, go all the way. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, got them bras on they knees. They chillin' on the beach with palm trees, for all the girls say. Young, put it in they face. Stick to the script, that's what they say. People taking flights with politics and each and every day. Girl, we get it in, so tell a friend and tell a friend. Young, tell you all, goddamn, weekend. It be on, wet it is. No struggling, 247 every day. Yeah, I be hustling.
Every day my weekend, and I ball, every day my weekend, we gon' ball,
Monday we at mariachi, wildin' like a motherfucker. Tuesday we at honest money, fallin' like a motherfucker. Wasted when they Libra bitches, jockin' like a motherfucker. Thursday we get pure bottle, poppin' like a motherfucker. Friday we at figure 8, you know I fuck with Bush. Overdosing on the strong, rolling quarters of the kush. Club Miami Saturday, girls the baddest in my book. I just walk right on in while you lame niggas look. Hey, even on a Sunday, I don't take a day. Always clubbing in the station in my nigga Q ain't it low. Chicken see the insides. First they take they shirt off. Second when they hear our songs, then they take they skirts off. Third she gon' serve us, mouth stick her tongue out. 4 hours later, fucked us all. I was like, wow, y'all got milk money, bitch, nigga. I'm a cash cow. Every day my weekend, living life on a fast route.
every day my weekend, and I ball, every day my weekend, we gon' ball. Every day my weekend. Welcome to Happy Hour.
And now, something completely different.
Door is closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Happy hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Turn the radio up, it's time for a thrill. Ryan's here with the latest spiel. Sex and stars and love so real. Happy hour hits with a funky feel. Date nights crashing like a scene at dawn. It's the gossip train that you're riding on. Ryan's got the scoop from dusk to morn. On this throwback ride, we all belong. Happy, 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 it's the hour we crave. Ryan's got the juice and the beats that wave. Turn it up, feel the love, let your heart behave. Tune in now, don't you misbehave. Yes, it's a hot affair. From crushes to whispers, we're all aware. Every secret told with a naughty flair. Happy Hour's live and it's everywhere. Hoppy, 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 it's the hour we crave. Ryan's got the juice and the beats that wave. Turn it up, feel the love, let your heart behave. Tune in now, don't you misbehave. Throwback jams taking you back in time. Groove with Hoppy in the rhythm's prime. Each beat, each word, every perfect rhyme. Love and laugh, it's the Hoppy climb.
All right, 856 49 Hobby.
Hoppy, 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 it's the hour.
856 494 6773.
Turn it up, feel the love, let your heart.
You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio.
Misbehave. Hoppy, 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 it's the hour.
You can always email me, RyanHoppyRadio@gmail.com.
Wave, turn it up.
And to go along with the whole 70 download Cleveland stuff,
misbehave.
That was cool. You know who's going to be a guest very soon? Unofficial. It's not quite there. But my agent will talk to his agent and we'll see what's happening. We got some breaking news. Dominic Dieter, Cleveland, and legend overall in radio. Dominic Dieter will be coming on Happy Hour. It's a part of Dare Theater. Do a podcast with 70 downloads. Back in the day, Dominic Dieter used to put his tongue in like bee traps and whatnot and get wheelbarrowed down the road and fought Butterbean in downtown Cleveland. And now he's calling into my show soon. There you go. 856-49 Happy. That's 856-55773. All right. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. This happened, wow. 20 years
Destruction
ago.
of the spirit.
This happened 20 years ago. Right here.
The people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Oh, yeah. It's hilarious. Actually, that was 21 years ago. Jesus Christ. That video is old enough to get drunk. God damn it. That video is older than Clavicular. Tekashi 6ix9ine continues to troll Lil Durk.
Yo, I don't know who need to hear this, but y'all been trying to convince me for the past 5 to 6 years that I did bad, I did something wrong. You know I'm alive, right? It's 2026. I'm free. I'm alive. I get to hug my mom.
You're a loser. You're a little rat bitch. Everyone knows you're a coward.
Right now, I'm not in no cell waiting till CO tell me pull my...
Yeah, but you did stuff with 16-year-olds, underage girls. You're a dark. You're the worst rapper ever.
Hands down, cough. Shut the fuck up. Lock in, nigga. Turn the lights up.
You're a bitch, dude. You're a scumbag. You make all men look bad.
Bro, y'all niggas over here trying to improve 9-to-5ers, bro. You know that, right? These 9-to-5ers. Half of these niggas unemployed or half of these niggas...
Whatever, then. You're just so stupid. God, I don't like Tekashi. Like, at least Lil Pump had Iced Out as an okay song in the club. Iced Out. Like, God, what are you doing, then? You're out of your mind. Oh, we got this right here.
Do you and your spouse feel like roommates? Here's 3 things that may have put you there.
One, not having sex.
Number 1, making your whole life about the kids. Because when you're dating...
Oh, yeah, you know, sometimes you got to make it about yourself a little bit.
It's all about each other and it's love and fun and you're the priority. All of a sudden, the kid enters the scene and everything shifts.
Yeah, you got to be careful about that. That's why I got a vasectomy. Here's Christian saying she'll never date Blueface again.
He like, okay, so you was with Jonathan. Tomorrow's the baby shower. Like, how do you make that make sense? Like, don't you want better for yourself? Da, 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 da. And I was just explaining to him, like, I'm gonna be honest, nothing of that got really nothing to do with me.
Whatever, man. So Christian's so ugly. She makes Navia hot. Navia just farts too much. It's gross. Like, I know girls fart, I get it, but don't make it so obvious. Oh, that thug known as Carmelo Anthony scored a major win in court. He's still a murderer. What's going on here? What's going on with tennis?
Nick Kyrgios's tennis career could be in serious jeopardy after the former Wimbledon finalist tested positive for cocaine.
Hell yeah!
Kyrgios broke the news himself Wednesday in a lengthy Instagram post revealing that he was provisionally suspended after providing a sample at an ATP event in Mallorca back in June.
Oh yeah, you know, when he was taking that piss test, he knew he was caught.
In the post, Kyrgios took full responsibility, apologizing to his fans, family, sponsors, and kids who looked up to him, saying, "I'm deeply disappointed in myself."
Yeah.
He also opened up about how years of injuries have taken a massive toll on him physically and mentally, and how difficult it's been accepting that his tennis career could be nearing its end.
Yeah, you know. He also, I asked him, I said, hey, homie, do you want to call on the Hoppe Hour to defend himself? And this was the public statement he made. I'm still waiting to hear from Jeffrey Knight as well. Christian says Navia needs to be careful around Blueface.
Keep talking and keep talking and keep talking and keep talking. What's up with me pulling up? What's up with that? Like, what's wrong with me pulling up at this point? And that's the thing. I don't like when people get comfortable. Stop getting comfortable thinking that man is going to save you. He's not. He'll be the very man saying it's the mailman and it's me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta be real careful, decide your words well, because at the same time, you kind of you messing with a gangster. He gonna do some gangster shit like.
But Navia likes the money. Oh, the Baltimore Orioles had a faith night.
Hey, this is Colton Cowser. My teammates and I are excited for Faith Night at the ballpark on
God's not real!
August 20th. We hope you can come out and enjoy it with us. You can get your tickets at Orioles.com.
And people are mad, but they had a Jewish, Mexican, Greek, Italian, Japanese, and a Pride Night as well, so I think it's only fair. Freaking weird. I feel so jealous of people that believe in God. It must be so great. I don't have it. Sorry. It must be so amazing. Oh, the DEA is involved in Hayden Panettiere's death. And she had birthday plans with her daughter as well. It's really sad because I feel like she would have got her act together as a mom. Had she been given time? I'm telling you, I was talking to my friend Nick, who's a bartender or a cava tender at Cava House. There is something really sketchy about that boyfriend. Maybe that he's a loser. Maybe that's why. Oh, what's going on here? This hot-ass woman, Gracie Plesher, a dating coach.
The number one thing all men need to know about women, there is only one piece of advice I could give after working with over 400 single men, is that when a woman is into you, she will do 3 things.
Oh, yeah.
And if she's not doing any of these 3 things, she's not into you. 1, she'll text back. That phone lives...
Oh, yeah. When they say, oh, I wasn't on my phone. It's like, what is it, 2005?
In our hands. If we're into a guy, he won't go multiple days without hearing from him.
Yeah, that happens a lot. What's going on with Hayden Panettiere?
Panettiere's boyfriend, Brian Hickerson, has broken his silence on her death in an exclusive statement to TMZ. Hey guys, it's Charlie Nett from TMZ.
What up, baby?
So Brian's attorney, Sloan Ellis, gave us a statement saying, quote, Hayden's death remains under investigation and it is important to allow that investigation to proceed. He added, quote, as has been publicly reported, police confirmed there were no signs of foul play. The statement ends with, out of respect for Hayden's loved ones and the ongoing investigation, there will be no further comment at this time.
Yeah, I think something happened there. What's going on with a Florida mom?
A Florida mother is facing multiple charges after authorities say she filmed herself pouring hot candle wax on her 2 young daughters before intentionally.
I thought she was going to say on herself. That was hot.
Setting a fire inside her Miami home.
The problem is the mom's a hot piece of ass. I would plow her.
Melissa Campos Sanchez was arrested Monday and is facing charges, including first-degree arson.
What a crazy broad. She's out of her mind. Here's Blueface and Navia getting into it.
Chat, I'm not tripping.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, with a DNA test.
Trip on your shoes, bitch.
She be so focused on her point and her mission.
Well,
she don't understand. And look,
yeah,
you're doing it. It just make a motherfucker feel weird. Like,
yeah, he's a weird guy.
Rode over him.
I don't like him at all.
Women choose who they sleep with, yes, but they rarely admit how they decide. So
I think they decide because they get wet and they haven't gotten their rocks off, you know. And they're like, I need to get my rocks off. Here is Blueface responding to Christian.
Just swap them out.
That is a woman beater laugh if I've ever heard one. He's a scumbag.
It's fucked up, Chad. That's why I be trying to tell you, women, look, you can't do what niggas could do.
He is so sexist, it hurts. I at least make jokes on here. He's being serious. He's an asswipe. Absolute worst. Lil Durk's father speaks about Lil Durk.
That day is finally born us. So
what? I don't know. What he said? It sounded like some prayer. Here's Wiz Khalifa talking about how his 13-year-old son wants to smoke.
My son is becoming of age where his friends are experimenting with marijuana. And I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, that's a different lifestyle, man.
Yeah, you're in a little bit of trouble. He's gonna want to smoke. Here is Navia and Blueface getting into an argument after giving birth.
We have a newborn baby.
That's why you've never been in the house before. It's not the shelter, baby.
See, look how disrespectful you are.
Because you over talking rich shit when I just say the shit look cheap.
You're a scumbag. You make all men look bad, you pig. What's going on here?
I know therapists will ever say your wife owes you sex. They will say something like, oh, I know intimacy is important, and dance around the fact that it is an actual real duty and obligation. But I'm saying both things are true at the same time.
Yeah, you know, guys are horny. And if you don't keep us happy, we'll go elsewhere. Here's Angela White talking about how a high school teacher helped her.
Kids are mean. Like, if they have any opportunity to criticize you about anything, they're going to do it. And at the time, sexuality was a great way to criticize someone, I guess. But when I finally got into pornography, I actually waited till I was 18, obviously. But I was in my last year of high school when I turned 18. So I flew to America and shot my first scenes while still in high school. So came back as magazines and DVDs were being released with my content.
Yeah, I've spanked it to her. It's a good orgasm. Here's Mario, the singer. Let me love you. Flexing his vocals. He needs to make new music. Sing it, brother. There you go. Here's Oprah's lover, Gayle King, calling out Hayden Panettiere's mom.
NBC News, Panettiere's estranged mother spoke publicly for the first time since her daughter's death. She called Hayden an amazingly talented person and went on to say of people who grow up in the entertainment industry this: it is a struggle and it's a very challenging industry. It's not unusual for them to sadly find the wrong path. I think it becomes very difficult to be true to yourself, and I think Hayden sadly lost her way.
What a piece of shit!
And I wish it were different. I wish she had stayed true to herself.
You're a pig, a liar, and you make all women look bad, you whore!
Because she had many incredible...
Even though you're hot as a MILF.
...attributes. You know, guys, you read this and all I can think of is, thanks, Mom, for nothing.
I mean...
And Hayden Panettiere spent years publicly acknowledging her own failures, her own struggles. She did it with you in that interview. She cannot respond now. No. And for her mother to use these days after Hayden's death to just remind the world how much trauma she caused, it's unseemly.
856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And you can always email me, ryanhoppyradio@gmail.com. And this was the sound, or this is the response that Oprah and Gayle King gave out in about when they were out seen in public about Hayden Panettiere. So that's Oprah saying that it's in Oprah terms. She's saying that she loves that Gayle King stuck up for, Hayden. And that's Gayle King saying, thank you, keep licking me. 856-49-HOPPY. 856-494-6773. Oh, yeah, the Buzzball girls said they had a threesome. Oh, jeez.
Like our first time we got drunk together, we had a threesome.
Wow, that was actually a question that I was going to ask at one point here.
Man, Adam 22 bang some pretty hot girls on video and whatnot. But he's very off-putting. Oh, is he ever? Post Malone's engaged. Tyler Bobert must avoid sexual exploitation victim. We got the audio here. Yeah. I love how MAGA always says that, like, cross-dressers or gay people are the predators when they are! It's them! It's obvious. It's right in front of us.
I am going to enter this order. There are 3 conditions of it. You must not harass, molest, intimidate, retaliate against, or tamper with any witness to or victim of the acts you're charged with committing. You must vacate the home of the victims or witnesses, stay away from the home of the victims or witnesses, and stay away from any other location where the victims or witnesses are likely to be found. You must refrain from contacting or directly or indirectly communicating with the victims or witnesses.
Yeah, there you go. I bet she's so proud of him. She probably is. Princess Di was allegedly pregnant, but we'll never know at the time of her death. Shia LaBeouf says he drinks every day. Perez Hilton's being given supervised permission with his kids. Wild 'N Out is going to change formats. Let's see here. Mama June's daughter says she's getting the OnlyFans bag. I tried to find her videos. I bet that ass is huge from behind. About to mix the ass clap when they're doing doggy. Oh, I bet they go to Pound Town. It's always the chubby girls that give it their all, that go ham. Oh my God. Now that I'm recording from home, I'm getting text messages.
Have you crossed the $10,000 mark?
Oh, girl, I passed that in my first day.
What?
Yeah, like and I recently, just last week, hit my highest day on OnlyFans this far. And like, honestly, I know people don't agree with what I do and my work and all, like, whatever the case scenario may be that they don't agree with. But like, that is a huge deal for me.
Whatever, honey. What do we got here? 856-49-HOPPY. Yellowstone creator cancels one of his spinoffs. Yeah, Taylor, what's his name? Taylor Sheridan. He looks like a douchebag. Just gives me the ick. Oh, yeah. It's time for Nepo Baby News. Let's go. Let's do this in the club.
what you hear. Same old names every year. Family ties, velvet rope. Hand-me-downs with a golden hope. Front row seats to the same old game. New face, old last name. You can smell the favor in the air. Like the door got opened by who you knew there. Tell me why they keep sliding by. Tell me why it always looks so fly. Never made news. Same names, new shoes. Never made news. Who really paid dues? Never made news. Everybody gets through. Never made news. Tell me what's true.
Right now.
Happy hot topic.
Oh, yeah, we got this right here with this douchebag, this frickin' loser, this failure.
Now to accused killer Nick Reiner's fight to access a $1.6 million trust to pay his legal bills. Trevor Ault is in Los Angeles with the latest on that. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Rebecca. So we're expecting to watch this fight over Nick Reiner's trust fund play out today in a Los Angeles probate court. Nick Reiner's, of course, accused of brutally stabbing his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner, to death inside their home in December.
Yeah, so he's trying to use the money that they gave him, but I don't think he should be allowed to. But you never know with California. What's going on here with this Nepo baby?
Eric Dane's daughter, Georgia, is following in her late father's footsteps. The 14-year-old has landed her first acting role in an upcoming Lifetime movie, The Ocean Between Them, where she'll appear alongside her mum.
That's nice. I wish I had a famous father. Here's Brittany Renner talking about how she's tired of men.
It's just girls don't do it for me, baby. I like dick.
Oh, yeah.
I like dick.
Oh, yeah. You notice how she's never with her kids? What are you doing, honey? You're a loser.
I ain't never let no bitch strap me down.
Oh, yeah.
Ever in life, babe.
You need help. Oh, yeah. Not only did Steve Harvey have the best intro ever in morning radio, but on TV, Wendy Williams had the absolute best TV intro. Did they fucking delete it off of YouTube? No way! 1 second. I was trying to load up. No, they didn't get rid of it. Here it is. Scared me. So Wendy Williams is begging for freedom as she was seen walking around for the first time in 6 months. But here's what's sketchy. The video was deleted. So they definitely have her under control. Whatever. Show your ass. All right. 856-49-HAPPY.
Today on TMZ.
Okay, this does not have to do with Tupac's murder, but we know Tupac was smoked.
Oh, yeah!
I told a wild story about Tupac. He was cremated, rolled up into a blunt, and smoked.
I talked to
That is fucked up.
Suge last night, and Suge told me he was conflicted.
You have to be the first narc that Suge's been cool with.
I'm about that life.
Hell yeah, he is a rat.
We have a new show, Celebrity Crime Scene, Princess Diana, and we explore the realm of possibilities in Princess Diana's death.
She fully believed that there was going to be an attempt on her life.
MI6 is the British equivalent of the CIA. She told her friend if she died in a car accident, look at MI6.
So we got Tyler Cameron, a Bachelorette star. He just got engaged.
It's an exciting moment for us.
I would use the word star lightly.
Pretty amazing run the Bachelor's had. They survived that racist scandal. What's his name didn't? Yeah, what was his name? I can't remember his name. Chris.
Whatever, there you go. 856-49 Hoppe. What's going on here?
Happy Hot Topic! Hayden Panettiere's neighbor is making shocking allegations about the troubled star's relationship with her boyfriend.
She was always such a bright light when she was by herself. When she was with Brian, she was so subdued.
I worked with a female who was getting beat up, and you could tell them all you want to leave the man, and they don't. So there's that. There's her neighbor. That's what's going on there. And then there's this right here.
Brian Hickerson is breaking his silence. Days after Hayden Panettiere, who was in an on-again, off-again relationship with the real estate agent, died at the age of 36, Hickerson is speaking out about the star's sudden death.
I feel like being a real estate agent is it's not easy, but I feel like anyone can do it, and that's why you have so many sociopaths.
His attorney telling TMZ in an August 20th statement, Hayden's death remains under investigation, and it is important to allow that investigation to proceed.
Ah, poor baby. She was hypnotized by him. He must have been good in bed or something.
I can't imagine how she feels about doing what she did and then saying what she said. She slammed that door pretty hard in my face.
After catching some heat for her first comments.
And I think Hayden sadly lost her way, and I wish it were different. I wish she had stayed true to herself. You know, guys, you read this, and all I can think of is thanks, Mom, for nothing.
Hayden Panettiere's mom and former manager Leslie Vogel explaining herself and sharing how she'd like her daughter to be remembered.
My mother!
In a new statement to ET, Leslie confirms she and Hayden were still estranged at the time of her death.
So that sucks. And then here's actually an interview from 2007 that has, let me see here. 1 second. 856-49 Hoppe. I just had it. Sorry. I have so much fucking prep. Here's the interview of Hayden and her mom, a little bit of it.
She taught me everything I know, and she's going to start crying, I know. She's been my acting coach.
No, she won't.
She's
Acting coach. That's healthy.
The guidance and somebody who's pushed me to keep my eye on what I love to do has made me who I am. So gotta thank her for everything.
Hayden expressing deep admiration for her mother when they were on our set in 2007 to talk about Hayden's crusade to save endangered dolphins.
She seems to me to have such a great head on her shoulders, and she credits you for that.
I'm proud of her.
It's all nonsense, unfortunately. 856-49 Hoppe. That's 856-494-6773. We got 4 minutes left on the BuzzFeed little, or not BuzzFeed. Why did I say BuzzFeed? I don't know why the fuck I haven't thought about that. And our Fresno feed. I was thinking the word feed, man. My brain's crazy. We got 5 minutes left. So let's keep it going.
I remember that really breaking my heart.
In a now viral clip that's resurfaced in the days since the tragic death of Hayden Panettiere, her fans are rallying behind the late actress, calling out one of her former brand partners for what they say was a lack of support for women. It all started with a May appearance on Jay Shetty's On Purpose podcast.
Yeah, I don't like Jay Shetty. He seems wishy-washy.
Where Hayden claimed Neutrogena ended its decade-long partnership with her after she spoke candidly about postpartum depression in 2015.
Yeah, a bunch of losers. Poor baby got screwed in life. Sorry, honey.
Law enforcement officials are touching base with Brian Hickerson's family in Greenville.
Got bad vibes. This kind of reminds me a little bit of what was that? Was that Gabby Petito and the Brian Laundrie guy over in Northport, Florida, and how the cops checked in on that? It kind of reminds me of that.
Police department confirming in a statement to People that
there's going to be a documentary. Actually, yesterday I was with my friend Nick at Kava House, and we asked ChatGPT to write a documentary about her, and it did. It was frightening. In 2 seconds, I had a whole documentary.
Happy Hot Topic!
Everybody thinks that Zoe ended because I got pregnant.
Wow, Jamie Lynn Spears looks old. Not old, but it's weird. She looks like her mom.
and that is not true.
Jamie Lynn Spears wants Zoe 101 fans to come and follow her to the truth. Nearly 2 decades after the Nickelodeon series came to an end, the actress clears up the longtime rumor that her pregnancy at 16 was the reason the show was canceled. Speaking on the August 18th episode of the Mamarchy podcast, Jamie...
Alright, so that's the misconception there. We got about a minute left in Fresno, so let's see how much we can cram in.
Happy Hot Topic!
Time for the DP!
Robin Williams' kids are keeping his legacy alive. The actor's kids celebrate their dad's life on Instagram with a post that reads, "As we recognize what would be our dad's 75th year,
Wow, that's crazy.
we're grateful to see new generations discovering his work."
Yeah, that show where he played the crazy guy that was like living on the roof of a radio host was a good one.
Sandra Bullock is opening up about one of the most difficult periods of her life. 3 years after her longtime partner, Brian Randall, died from ALS at age 50.
All right, so she said that she wanted to keep his whole thing private.
Singular, kind of like alien, but she's a person.
Gracie Abrams is making it clear there's no bad blood when it comes to Taylor Swift.
Of course she's going to say that. She doesn't want those dirty, rotten Swifties after her. Of course not. All right, let me do the math here. 21 was... Oh, no. This show is about to end in Fresno. I love you, Fresno. Bye. 856-49 Hoppe. What's going on here?
With more Dutch Bros stores and other popular coffee spots popping up across the Central Valley, kids have more access than ever.
So they're saying that they're worried about caffeine consumption for youth. Who cares? There's bigger problems.
A health update from Celine Dion with just 3.5 weeks to go until her sold-out Paris concert comeback.
I can't play it, but she's making a return to the stage. It's good. She's beautiful.
What up, it's Mr. X to the Z Exhibit YTB. Just keep it going.
What's up, Y2? This is DJ Y, and I'm back with legendary Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. So in today's video, I want to show you legendary rapper 50 Cent and Planet Hollywood have partnered to launch exclusive food menu with the name 50 Faves in New York City.
Whatever. I don't know what that guy's saying, but it sounds interesting.
While Americans love to reward good service, many are having second thoughts about the barrage of tip requests.
Here's when I won't tip. If I go and get like a vape and it's like $40 and then they want me to tip like 20%, that's a no-go. Ain't gonna happen. All right. It is time for side chick news.
Turn it up. Turn it up. It's Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe, baby. Side chick news. We talking messy today. Mic check. Welcome to the skirt. Riding in the booth, cutting straight through the surf. Call it like I see it. Feelings in the hearse, kid. You click the P, now you get the whole thermos. Celebs playing games, acting like they saints. Got a whole spouse home, still sliding to the dates. Screenshots saved, little good night, babe. Then they on a yacht pic, trying to hide the face. From the field to the runway, everybody frontin'. Posting healing energy while they DM hunting. Scrolling through the gram, all I see is double lives. You can't tag the man, but you tag the watch he buys. This that side chick news. Side chick news. Ryan Hoppe gon' choose. Every fraud, every fling, every late night move. We expose, we amuse. Yeah, we say it like it is on an afternoon cruise. Side chick news. Whole world tuned to the truth. You can hide from your man, can't hide from this booth. Side chick news. Phone light flashing. Who you trying to text? Got a ring on your hand, still shopping for the next P. All team stressing, trying to spin it for the press, but the group chat memes got receipts on deck. From the field goals, listen to the model in the mist. One post off life, next post side twist. You a free spirit, but the rent still split. Funny how the timeline never shows that bit. Look, I'm just reading what the
right, enough of that. Ryan Lochte's fiance says she's no homewrecker. Oh, yeah, you totally waited until you were single. There's no crossover at all. You're nothing more than a side chick. Shut up.
So Kayla has made it seem like you broke some kind of girl code.
She probably did.
That Ryan was off limits. Do you feel like that was the case, or was Ryan fair game?
So
You what, honey?
I don't look at him as like fair game, but there was never a time that like Kayla was talking to me in those moments that she says that
she wasn't talking to you because you were busy banging him.
He was like, man, I just really want our marriage to work. I just love him so much. I want to figure this out. Every time it was, Ryan's this, Ryan's a piece of crap, Ryan's this, he's a horrible dad.
He probably is. He's a deadbeat loser. Remember how much of an asswipe he was in Rio?
Horrible husband, da-da-da. And I do think that Ryan was a horrible husband to Kayla. I do. I think he was an awful husband.
And you helped ruin that marriage, you side chick.
And there's things that he's told me that I'm just like, what in the world? Like, you know, she should have got out sooner. They both should have got out sooner. I did not.
Oh, and you think it's going to change for you? Especially because you're the side chick. It's going to be even worse.
Break up your marriage.
You're dumb.
I'm not a homewrecker. Your home was broken when I met Ryan.
So then so the home was a little broken, so then you just demolished it. Jesus Christ.
He was not living in the home. You had filed for divorce, not Ryan, you.
So knowing all these things about Ryan, I guess why would you be with him?
Right, and that was really hard for me. In the beginning, he reached out to me in 2019 and he said, my wife is out of town. Do you want to pick me up from the airport? And I wrote him back and I said, I am not into married men. Absolutely not.
Of course not. No, you said. Whatever. You're the worst. Just a brat.
I never talked to him again.
All right, we don't believe you. What's going on here?
It's always a party in the Cyrus family. Miley Cyrus, Noah Cyrus, and mom Tish Cyrus turned their latest outing into...
So they were seeing Out and About for Girls Night.
I had to take a step back and not self-sabotage.
She sounds pilled up. Anna Faris says she's not drinking alcohol anymore. No, but you're probably on pills, honey.
New court docs are shedding light on Shia LaBeouf's sobriety journey, with the actor reportedly admitting he's still drinking after pleading guilty to 3 counts of simple battery.
What a loser. Just an absolute douche. Man, Disney really messed him up. Absolutely messed him up. This is interesting news here.
Charlie Hunnam's beloved biker gang will ride again. The Sons of Anarchy cast is reuniting for the upcoming spin-off Legends, FX announced August 19th.
All right. Is that how we're out of ideas?
After a nearly fatal stroke earlier this year left him in a coma for days, Quentin Aaron is ready to make some new vows. One, to return to acting. The other, to never speak to the woman he thought was his wife.
Yeah, the woman he was married to was banging someone else. What a skank.
What does it mean to you to have this many people still invested in all these iterations and movies later?
It's just a kind of pinch me moment.
Say hello to Hollywood's $100 million man.
That was the payday Tom Holland got. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of money.
John Stamos celebrating turning 63 in his birthday suit.
Yeah, they said he posed nude, but he's in his underwear. That's not nude. What's going on here?
Okay, Buc-ee's has been in the spotlight on social media lately, but not for a good reason. You may have been scrolling recently and seen some snippets of this very public feud between Buc-ee's and Last Week Tonight host John Oliver. Oliver's been very critical of Buc-ee's, taking some shots at them over their many lawsuits against smaller businesses for trademark infringement. And it just so happens that...
Yeah, they're dumb rednecks.
One of those smaller businesses that faced legal action from Buc-ee's is right here in Winter Park. We just posted posted about the settlement this week on clickorlando.com. Buc-ee's was suing Prometheus Esoterica, claiming the Winter Park store was
All right, well, that logo looks a lot more than the Beavers thing in Ohio.
Misleading customers about an affiliation with Buc-ee's by selling shirts like these. So, of course, we put this out on the News 6 Facebook.
Okay, well, that looks way too close to Buc-ee's
page and got a ton of comments. Bill says, a shirt I didn't know I need. Severus says, I'm with Buc-ee's on this one. They needed to be stopped. Alex says, my favorite local shop. I'm sad Buc-ee's went after them, but glad this crap is over with. So if you want to read more about
So there's that. What else do we got? We got this here.
This morning, those controversial license plate tracking cameras made by Flock back in the spotlight.
Kiss my ass!
A Massachusetts police officer on leave at risk of losing his job and possibly facing criminal charges.
This is the problem. I like the idea of the Flock cameras. I like the idea of criminals getting caught, but the cops are misusing it.
For allegedly abusing the technology. The Stowe Police Department says Officer Jason Rogers improperly accessed information about someone he knows 5 different times in the Flock database.
Oh, what a loser. Just an absolute twat. Absolute failure in life. Oh, yeah. We got less than 3 weeks until the NFL comes back, and oh, I'm excited. Pat McAfee got a promotion at ESPN. I like Pat McAfee. Mia Bieniemy, the wife of Eric Bieniemy, is going to be okay. And much more. But call the show, 856-49-HAPPY. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me, at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. Does this music get you excited? Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah. All right, now.
We want your pee. Please give us your pee. Let's pee on computers together.
Jason Kelce is making a strange request in the name of helping the environment.
Oh, yeah.
The Super Bowl champion following in his sister-in-law Taylor Swift's footsteps and making his first foray into music in a collaboration with canned water brand Liquid Death and Garage Beer, which is...
Liquid Death is so douchey. Man, Jason Kelce wants to be Bert Kreischer so badly, it fucking hurts.
Owned by Jason and his brother, Travis Kelce.
There's that. I think he's even shouted out Bert. He loves Bert. Trust me, I've hung around Bert. He's a douche. Here's Caleb Williams saying he doesn't care about what people think about him painting his nails.
The nails and stuff. So I've done it. I mean, I've been doing it. I was dating a girl, and when get our hands and nails done, she was getting nails done or whatever. And my mom does nails, so that's where it stemmed from.
There you go. Here's Scott Farrell talking about Vita Vea.
The big deal yesterday was Vita Vea. They got it done in Tampa. He's staying, and he gets a $30 million extension, and they needed him. I mean, let's just face facts. This guy is a monster on the defensive front. The tackle's huge, 2-time Pro Bowler. It includes $30 million guaranteed. It'll add $6 million to the $18 million he was slated to earn this year for a total of $24 million. He'll also earn an additional $24 million in 27, and it ended this hold-in that he was performing. He was entering the final year of a 4-year, $71 million deal that he penned back in 2022. He had recently said, I want out. Trade.
There you go. So there's Scott Farrell, my hero. Time for Hoppy's Hoops. Oh, yeah.
Go.
Ryan Hoppe on the mic, breaking down the scenes. NBA drama, living out the dreams. Ex-wives wilder, stories about the queens. Dropping knowledge bombs, all in on the schemes. Hoppe's moves, man, he knows it all. From scandals to the court, rise and fall. Tune in, now you'll have a ball.
So the Bush family no longer owns the Lakers, and they claim there's no evidence but Steve Ballmer paying Kawhi Leonard, which I don't believe. Enes Kanter wants to dunk on Angel Reese. I get that technically he's trolling them, saying that trans can play in the WNBA, but to me it's still freaking annoying. It's like, shut up, dude. God. I was so excited when Caitlin Clark joined the league. I thought it was going to be good. I didn't think it was going to be this divisive. Just a bunch of dumb broads that don't know how to make it work. What are you doing? You have this huge opportunity and you're messing it up because of your estrogen and your egos. Oh yeah.
Hoppe's moves, man, he knows it all. From scandals to the court, rise and fall. Tune in, now you'll have a ball. Hoppe Hour got that shocking awe. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hoppe Hour got that shocking awe. Hoppe Hour got that shocking awe. Hoppe Hour got that shocking awe.
Oh yeah, here's the WNBA in a little bit of trouble.
The WNBA is admitting its own security team crossed the line after a mother and her 17-year-old daughter were told to cover up their shirts during Sunday's Indiana Fever versus Atlanta Dream game. So Casey Thomason and her daughter Annie were sitting courtside wearing XXXY athletic shirts supporting Sophie Cunningham's stance on women's sports.
All right, and they got kicked down, which is stupid. The NBA 2027's top-rated players, it's number 1, SGA, number 2, Wemby, number 3, Jokic, number 4, Luka. So there's that. And then here is Draymond Green saying he threw up after he benched one time.
When I signed my first big contract, I donated $3.1 million to Michigan State. We didn't have a
look at you
in the Wrestling Center. We had like this little room that's smaller than the room I'm sitting in right now, probably half the size of this. We had some weights in there, but when we needed to lift, like do real lifts, we had to go to the football building. And I thought that was ridiculous. Like to have a basketball program to the magnitude of Michigan State, and we got to go to the football building to lift.
That is a very good point. I can't lie.
Yeah, totally.
It's wild. It's pretty ridiculous. So now at our practice facility right off the court.
So he almost threw up. He's boring to listen to. Here is Michael Porter Jr. saying it's embarrassing how much WNBA makes.
The NBA makes so much money.
So much.
And like we appreciate and we support women's sports.
All right, so he's going to, I don't even want to listen to this. The WNBA doesn't make any money. Not at all. You guys pay their bills. I'm going to let this play.
The reason I'm smiling is because I know the same energy won't be kept. Caitlin Clark is walking down that MVP. Look, she's going to have to do extra to get it. We know that. It's going to have to be undeniable. You're going to have to put the voters in a position where they look like absolute fools if they don't vote for Caitlin Clark. We know that. But she is starting to put that case together. She's producing more points than anyone ever has. At some point, you got to give it up.
There you go. And then Stephen A. Smith continues to talk about LeBron when LeBron's not in front of him because he's a coward. And Anthony Edwards ordered to pay his second baby mama $14,000 a month. Which also is how much he has to spend per month because he keeps swearing. He's going to definitely go broke from all the baby mamas and all the unnecessary, profanity.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before. Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
And you can see that with Barack and Michelle as well. They do a lot of touching, kissing, even fisting.
Give it up and we'll call it a day.
The semen was so big, it's not lacking any meat. And that's what real women need. Gossip.
Stop cussing.
It looks like you went and got a job.
Not on the iPad screen, whatever the case might be, in your hand, in a stocking or whatever. Like, thank you. But also, I would love to be getting railed, but...
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Oh yeah, let me press this button right here.
Don't worry, Fresno. Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Southside. What y'all niggas know about the dirty South? One time. Lord, forgive me for I've said over and over again, just to stay on top. I recall Mary filled with sin over and over again, and again, and again, and again. Yo, when you hear talk of the Southside, you hear talk of the team. You niggas fear Prince and respected Preem. For all you slow motherfuckers, I'ma break it down iller. See, Preem was a businessman and Prince was the killer. Remember? He used to push the bulletproof BM, say I get you seasick. I stepped back and with easy out of there. They ain't get blunted. Had the whole projects working for 50 or 500. As a youth, all I ever did was sell crack. I used to idolize Cat. Hurt me to my heart to hear that nigga snitched on Pat. How he go out like that? Rumors in the hood was just for snitching. I ain't believe that, Paul. He helped me cop my first year XR. Had the 4Runner, the Z, the 5 and the 3. Used to drive his truck through the hood, dragging jet skis from Gerald Wallace to Baby Wise. Don't be surprised at how freely I throw our names of guys who dealt with pies like LA and Wise. L got shot in the neck, then told us connect. Them niggas who shot him got him for 10 bricks. Fucking Dominicans turned around and gave him more bricks. Lord, forgive me for I've said over and over again, just to stay on top. I recall Mary filled with sin over and over again, and again, and again, and again. That first verse was just a dose of the shit that I'm on. Consider this the first chapter in the ghetto's Quran. I know a lot of niggas that get dough like Bimmy and Joe, and Prince and Righteous from Hillside with the mole on his nose. Throughout my struggles in the hood, I started learning life's a bitch with a pretty face, but she burning. Man, I'ma get cheese like Chaz, then run through whips like Seagull. Gamble all the time like country curly head Prince and Tom Popo under pressure too. They know what they facing. Go against crews like Bebo and killers like Pappy Mason. A lot of niggas I know been corrupted since birth. Tights to raw nuns for fun. For everything they worth, I know some cats that hell at whole complexes like Holy Wall. Together niggas stand and divided they fall. Round here, shook niggas, they keep it in motion. Come around here with your roller, you can get robbed like Ocean. Lord knows, Tommy had Lord and soul. Helicopters, Rolls Royces with Louis Vuitton interior. Might sound like I'm fantasizing, but son, I'm dead serious. Montana was no dummy, bought Bennett's to wash the money. Had money out the ass, he politic like the Asians. Feds couldn't catch him dirty, so settle for tax evasion. Forgive me for I've said over and over again, just to stay on top. I recall Mary filled with sin over and over again, and again, and again, and again. Yo, rest in peace to Rich and Ron. Money what they was about, yo. The twins was from Queens but got crazy cream without pole. Throughout my time I heard tales of Jaime, Frenchie, Jamaican Paulie, Ducky Corley, Rodney Bumpin' chicks, yeah. A lot of niggas flow the way I flow, but ain't been in the game all their life, so don't know who I know. Writing rhymes is the best way I express how I feel. If I ain't rich by 26, I'll be dead or in jail. Coming up, I heard sipping too much booze will leave you confused. And if you watch the news, you see players in this game that lose. I'm forgetting Lefty and Jazz, Pretty Tony and Lance. Head Luke, Mel Son, Troy and E money bags. In a conversation over shrimp and lobster. And Benny Hannes heard Chico stop boxing and started robbing diners. Shout out to Clarence and Clutch, Bob Dre, Black Will. If the flow don't kill you, then Mac will. Forgive me for I've said over and over again, just to stay on top. I recall Mary filled with sin over and over again, and again, and again, and again.
annoying. All righty, let's see what we have. All right, here with this button that we're going to press right here.
Hey, what's up? It's DJ Love Cheese from the world famous Man Cow Show, and you're listening to my good pal and radio legend, Ryan Hoppe on the Hoppe Hour.
Wow, thank you. I love when people add the radio legend part. It boosts my ego.
The show you secretly listen to, and that includes you, Mike Colta. Stalking my pages.
Whatever.
Anyway, back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Welcome to Hoppe
And now, something completely different. Door is closing. And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Happy hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Hey, yo. Motherfuckers. I make killings. Motherfuckers. I hate. Hey, yo. Static crackles, Hoppe on the air, spilling radio secrets, man, he don't care. Airing out the closet, skeletons in pairs. DJ Drama, he's the one who dares. Program director, scheming in the back room. Payola playlist, rigged like monsoon. Fake callers on the line, they rehearse too soon. Truth hits harder than a baseline boom. Radio snitching, Hoppe spitting the truth. Pulling back the curtain, exposing the booth. No more lies, no more disguise. He got the receipts, calling out the spies. Morning shows faker than they laughs at 6. Producers ghostwrite, hosts rate the scripts. Interns running miles, unpaid trips.
Oh, yeah. Michelle McCormick was let go by WLAV in Grand Rapids. Terrible news. She's a legend for sure.
Pulling cards, no regard.
Tanner, Laura, and Casey are going to be heard in 5 more cities. One of the last good shows on air. We have some clips from Boomer Esiason and Craig Carden and Mike Francesa. It's WFAN hour. Let me turn this off right here. I have this new Magic Mouse from Apple. The battery's great, but it's very sensitive. And it's like, God damn it, dude. It's almost as sensitive as women. Kind of what it is. All right. 856-49 Happy. All right. Let me do this right here. Here is Craig Carden talking about his on-air identity.
Started in Buffalo, went to Cleveland, went to Philly, was syndicated, blah, blah, all over the map. And over the course of that period of time, you discover what you're good at, what you're not good at, and then how to figure out who you are in the air. And then you have to be just unwavering about it. And that's how I've always approached it. With Boomer, Boomer and I, we tell the story a million times. July 4th weekend, 2007, we're in the old WNEW studios that Scott Herman, who I see here, Scott, was running Wins News out of there. Chris Oliveira was my producer at the time when we started that show, but Boom and I went into a studio in the middle of the summer. And the tryout show we did that day was the show we did every year for 10 years.
So there's that. Here is Mike Francesa.
Doing things once you've been successful are far different than doing things on the way up, okay? Go back to the beginning of Mike and the Mad Dog. We experimented a lot, and we had a lot of people in toying with it because the premise was that it was a disaster. Just to show you how it works. All we heard, Mike and the Mad Dog starts, shotgun marriage, they put us together. I was filling in for Pete Franklin in the summer. He was the original guy. Now they call me in and say, hey, we're going to give you a chance to go to afternoon job. I'm like, great. Here's how much leverage I had. 0. They said, here's your salary. I didn't even get to negotiate. They said, here's what you're going to get paid, and you have to work.
Oh, what a baby. I'm sure there's enough money at Boomer.
With Chris Russo. I'm like, No way. They said, you have the weekend to decide. If you don't want it, you don't have to take it, but you're not working by yourself. They put us
That's why they didn't like each other.
together, okay? It got a lot of attention. Imus was against it. He could say he was for it. He wasn't for it. He was against it. Almost 95% of the people at the station were against it. Most of the critics in the town were against it. We were both having success as individuals. Now they put us together. Everyone hated it. The idea was the show was terrible, that it was going to fail. Split your guy.
Yeah, they were definitely trying to make it fail. Here is Boomer Esiason saying if Boomer and Carden could come back.
They thought that Craig and I would actually get back together, but because he ended I actually thought that Craig and I would actually get back together, but because he ended up being so good and we became so close throughout it, and I knew Gio well before we worked together.
He's not funny.
Unfortunately for us, we were never able to get back together.
Yeah, there's I should have just got rid of Gio. And here's the Salem CEO. I've had to talk to him in emails. Not very friendly.
We sometimes have angst about some of the declining numbers in
Doesn't he sound like just every Boomer executive that just won't accept the future?
Nielsen that we've seen in our format.
Yeah, they don't even subscribe for ratings. Literally, Salem makes their money off of Jesus.
Truth is, I don't think that
all their sponsors are religious based.
there's any less of a desire to listen to what we do than.
All right, whatever, dude. You live in that world, dude. I don't understand. Listen, I've listened to radio since I was a fucking kindergartner, listening to Radio Disney and then Eddie and Joba and all this. Jesus Christ, you're lying. Time for Tampa Bay news.
Yeah. Yo, it's happy hour, we about to go live. Tampa Bay News is the place we arrive. From the beach to the bay and the city's crazy moves. We got stories hotter than the Florida grooves. Tampa Bay News, we making it spin. All happy hour where the real begins. Turn it up loud, let's get in the mix. From St. Pete to the world, we bringing the fix. Bringing the fix, 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 come on.
All right, now. Let me do this right here. Doobity. 856-49 Hoppe. This is a long show. Not the only thing about me that's long. My conversations are too, and my penis.
Happy Hot Topic.
The second time this month, a street takeover ended with drivers
fatherless behavior. That's what this is.
In handcuffs.
All right, so they were arrested in Brandon. Go to the sex club and get your rocks up.
So the Rays are a step closer to a new home in West Tampa. They still need to secure financing, and there is progress on that.
Whatever. Fuck there is.
Well, a mother from Riverview is facing charges tonight after deputies say she let her 11-year-old child with autism drive. This ended in a crash at a 7-Eleven on Gordon Road last night.
Wow, just get an Uber, you pig. You're the definition of idiocracy that you can have kids.
We're also following a developing situation from Sarasota County where an officer went from wearing a police uniform to being handcuffed and then placed behind bars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm glad they're starting to crack down on these dirty cops. They make all cops look bad.
Earlier today, former police officer Corey Waiters faced a judge for misusing flock cameras and the agency's David system.
Are any of them using the flock cameras correctly? You had the dude in Haines City 717 times. That's a huge fucking number.
And let's bring in Fox 13's Kimberly Cruzon. Live outside Sarasota's County Courthouse. Hi there, Kim. I know Officer Waiters was given a bond this afternoon. What else did you learn?
Yeah, Mark, he sure was. A judge gave him a bond of $5,500, and we all know that flock cameras read license plates.
Listen, I like the idea of them catching criminals and whatnot, but they're just going to misuse it like they are already.
And they can be used to help track down criminals and even find...
They can be used for that, but that's not what they're being used for.
And missing persons, but they can also be misused. And this former Sarasota police officer is accused of searching one license plate more than 300 times.
That should be enough to get rid of them. We didn't even vote them in. They came out of nowhere.
Smoking on beaches. It's a topic that's been weighed heavily by coastal cities in our area.
And Indian Rocks Beach is going to work on getting rid of it. God, I hate that smell.
New study by AAA shows what some of you have long suspected. A whole lot of drivers believe speeding is totally normal.
Yeah, you look at the Tampa roads. You figured that out.
Welcome back. News Channel 8 is your local election headquarters, and November's race for governor is now set.
Oh, yeah, the Republicans that are racist in Florida, like in Largo, have a problem because a black man is running. Mm-hmm. You're screwed, and he's Republican. Not all conservatives, just the racist ones. Mm-hmm.
A Citrus County deputy has been fired and is facing charges after an incident at a Target store last week. We have video of that incident. Take a look right here. According to investigators, Deputy Troy Taylor responded to the Target in Lecanto for reports of suspicious activity. When Taylor talked to the victim, they say he made several inappropriate and sexual comments and used the victim's necklace to pull her closer.
Oh, man, these losers make cops look so bad. I'm telling you, I don't know a lot about Charlie Kirk, but we all know that he's totally heterosexual and totally not in the closet. He's so genuine about himself, and someone like that as a politician is phony. Go away, dude. I understand you might be better than Ken Welch, but I'm so sick and tired of Charlie Crist. Go away! You represent every boomer that won't leave. You've been at the party too long.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
I can't tell you how grateful I am. Really. What is this balloon in my head?
Oh, it's Charlie Crist playing with the balloons. As they're headed to a runoff election, I just would love to see a millennial politician. They're all boomers. Charlie, retire, you moron.
Stand over here. Yeah, I see it. Anyway, I'm not going to talk for long.
No, you always do.
Just full of gratitude, and I can't thank you enough for what you all did, for all your help, your support, your prayers.
Enough of the prayers. God's not real. All these politicians are so predictable.
Money. It was great. I can't thank you enough. Honest to God, I am humbled.
What about you're totally not having boyfriends? Are they proud of you?
And overwhelmed, Gina. Thank you. It's just amazing.
Especially in St. Pete where it's pretty gay.
What happened here? You know, we got a 15-point lead. That's
wow, good for you. Go retire and go away. Freaking party flopping phony.
Over an incumbent.
And your social media is terrible. And everybody cheering is old.
You know, it's very humbling. And
you don't know how to talk into a microphone, you idiot.
We have a long way to go, about 70 days to November the 3rd. I had mixed emotions. People were starting to ask me toward the end, do you want it to end on primary night? And I'm like, I love campaigning so much.
Yeah, we know. You never go away. You're like the STD of politics. Enough of you. So sick of Charlie Crist. He represents every frickin' boomer that just won't go away.
Live from the go, y'all.
Time for Chicago news.
In the booth, stand tall. Yeah.
Oh yeah!
6'9", but he been in these mics. All intent and heights, now the syndicate type. From the boroughs to the block, that's a hell of a hike. Turn the dial, see his name on the lights. He got callers on the line trying to break their news. From the shy to the slicks, they relate to the views. Every segment like a story from the avenue. Tell him slick, then he fact check the attitude. This that Chicago news. Hoppe Hour, let them choose. From the heights to the loop, what it do? Every block, every verse in the room. This that Chicago news. Turn it up, cruise. If you're tuned and you're part of the crew. Hoppe Hour, yeah, he talking to you.
All right, now 856-49 Hoppe.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
We start, though, with that dangerous moment as utility crews in Gary came under gunfire. They were shot at while working to get the lights back on.
Fatherless behavior.
There was a masked gunman who entered the facility, approaching an intended target, which was not the mayor, but intended target. Gang shooting.
This is in another city.
To ricochet.
Harvey.
A very chaotic scene ensued at that point.
So there was a shooting and the Crosstown Classic's going on.
Let's talk about Game 2 of the Crosstown Classic. It's underway right now, and the rivalry is heating up after a fight in the bleachers last night. WGN's Angelica Sanchez is live with reaction from...
All right, so there's baseball happening in Chicago. Alexa, how are the Chicago Cubs doing this year?
The Cubs are 74-54. Sitting second in the NL Central, about 5 games back the Brewers. They've been riding a strong stretch since June, going 35-21. Want the latest news on how they're performing?
No! Alexa, I'm good. I was just curious. Alexa, how are the White Sox doing this year? I haven't watched.
The White Sox are 66-61, sitting at a .520 win percentage and tied for first in the AL Central.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
In the age of AI, an innocent photo snapped after a church service or a middle school concert can be manipulated in ways no parent wants to imagine.
So a man was caught making AI porn with an image. Gross.
If you live in DuPage County, you may have actually heard tornado sirens overnight.
And how scary with the weather that we've been having. You think, okay, this is a possibility.
Yeah.
So that happened. My cousins go to Northern Illinois University, and it's trippy out there. All right, let's do a few more things here. Louisville news.
From St. Pete, he pull up clean. 6'9" frame tall like a dream. Ryan Hoppe, he don't bite his tongue. Say it to your face, let the whole thing run. Louisville nights, he done touched that mic. Talk real talk, kept it raw all night. Sex dating stars who fell from grace. Then they throw that throwback in the place. World wide way, hit a call, go far. From the Gulf to the world, from town to bar. He speak his mind, let the chips all fall. When Hoppe say it, you can feel that wall. Hoppe hour, Hoppe hour. Say it loud, say it louder. Hoppe hour.
All right, now.
Happy Hot Topic.
Oh, yeah.
A Kentucky band director accused of sexual abuse now faces new charges. A judge waived 34-year-old Adam McRae's extradition to Indiana today.
Makes all men look bad.
A Louisville man's accused of kidnapping, carjacking, and robbing a man.
You know when you see someone with face tattoos and they look innocent, and then you see one and you're like, that's a criminal? That's this guy.
Met on a dating app. 45-year-old John Wolf pleaded not guilty to those charges this morning. Police say he met the victim on Grindr.
Oh, yeah!
The two had sex.
You know, he's a Burnham. All right, time for Rochester news. Okay.
He lights it up. Turn it up, I got the scoop. Rochester in the loop. New York on the line. He speaks his mind. Happy hour in the AM. Ryan Hoppe on the frame. Tampa Bay in his blood. He don't do the fluff. Say it plain. Say it loud. He go off. He draw a crowd. Happy hour. Happy hour. Happy hour.
Oh, yeah! Yeah! 856-49 Happy. I had to grab the mic.
Happy Hot Topic.
3 men in a separate story now facing weapons charges. They were arraigned in Rochester this morning and released.
East after officers say they found several loaded guns.
Fatherless behavior.
Spirit Halloween stores opening their doors now for the season, bringing in costumes, decorations.
Wow, it's already time for Spirit. Crazy. But that means we get to see a lot of girls dressed slutty. Time for Fresno news.
Yeah. Microphone king.
What up,
6'9" power, Fresno's loudest hour. Mike in his grip, got the world feeling sour. Hoppe on the block, dropping facts like boulders. Words cut sharp, lead the city on his shoulders. News so raw, unfiltered true spray. Fresno's posting every word that he say. No sugar coat, no bow, no disguise. Hoppe in the booth, Fresno, here's it live. Fresno, he don't hold back. Spit so bold, keep the city on track. Say it how it is, no fear, no doubt. Ryan Hoppe's the name, and he shouting it loud.
Right now I'm shouting.
Happy Hot Topic.
Educator investigated. In a now viral video, a Madera Unified special education teacher is seen making comments about starting a, quote, black militia.
All right, we got so much problems in this country. And then there's this.
Motion passes 4-1.
The Tulare County Board of Supervisors taking immediate action on the growing issue of AI data centers. All but one supervisor voting to pass a 45-day moratorium.
All right, so there's that. And then there's this.
Well, Emily and Eric, the first phase of these new rules go into effect in 2029, and then the stricter regulations will go into effect in 2033. While these changes are years away, 70% of the tires currently sold in the state would not meet these standards.
Oh, yeah, Gavin Newsom just screwing over his residents.
Now, this breaking news update. The California Highway Patrol is investigating an overnight tragedy in Fresno County.
It was a one-way crash, and those are the worst. Because they're preventable!
Static crackle, mic pops, the hour is hoppy. Cleveland skyline foggy, steel mills choppy. City on the Cuyahoga, hearts heavy, never sloppy. Radio waves carry tales, but they ain't glossy. Concrete jungle, potholes where dreams collapse. Downtown echoes, the cabs and faded caps. Past the preaching hustle, corner kids trading maps. Where the vibes Midwest, but the struggle overlaps. Cleveland news, where the truth gets raw. Rust Belt blues, every crack, every flaw. Unfiltered tapes, no sugar, no draw. Hoppe on the mic, spitting facts, no law.
All right, now.
Happy Hot Topic.
Hey, Rachel, getting kids safely to and from school and activities involves more than buses and crossing guards these days. Many kids are now riding e-bikes, but doctors and police warn of a potential
God, I don't even care. What is this reporter's name?
epidemic of traumatic.
She is a hot piece of ass. My Lord. I need to know her name. All right, so earlier, I'm now recording at home, danged awake. So I did a segment about Ryan Lochte's side chick girlfriend, and my mom texted me during it, so I'm going to redo it. I'm going to keep it in before, but because we've been talking for 3 hours, and this is garbage time that won't be on in Fresno, let's do it again. It's time for side chick news as we talk about Ryan Lochte's girlfriend.
So Kayla has made it seem like you broke some kind of girl code, that Ryan...
Of course she did. Look at her. She's totally a side chick.
...and was off limits. Do you feel like that was the case, or was Ryan fair game?
What's she going to say? Oh, yeah, I totally broke up the marriage. I'm dating a guy that treats women badly, but he'll be different to me because I'm special.
So I don't look at him as like fair game, but there was never a time that like Kayla was talking to me in those moments that she says that she was like, man, I just really want our marriage to work. I just love him so much. I want to figure this out.
Yeah, and that's not going to happen to you.
Every time it was, Ryan's this, Ryan's a piece of crap, Ryan's this, he's a horrible dad, he
probably is. He's a deadbeat blonde loser, like you.
Horrible husband, da-da-da. And I do think that Ryan was a horrible husband to Kayla. I do. I think.
And he's not going to do it to you, where you broke a marriage and were a side chick. Oh, yeah, he's totally going to be great to you, honey.
He was a awful husband. And there's things that he's told me that I'm just like, what in the world? Like, you know, she should have got out sooner. They both should have got out sooner. I did not break up your marriage. I'm not a homewrecker. Your home was broken.
Of course you're a home wrecker. The home was partially broken, but you ripped it up, honey.
When I met Ryan, he was not living in the home. You had filed for divorce, not Ryan, you.
So knowing all these things about Ryan, I guess why would you be with him?
Right. And
for the clout, because you're talentless without him.
That was really hard for me in the beginning. He reached out to me in 2019 and he said, my wife is out of town. Do you want to pick me up from the airport?
Sounds like cheating.
And I wrote him back and I said, I am not into married men. Absolutely not.
Oh, you totally said that. We're totally going to believe you. Look at you, honey.
And I never talked to him again until April 2026 or 25. And so that was a conversation we had immediately.
But what turned for you? Because
money!
You know, it was kind of icky, especially all these things you're hearing about him.
You're icky. You're like a walking HPV case.
Where were you like, okay, I'm going to give this guy a shot?
So when I first went out with him, I was single and I was just looking to have fun. And
that describes you. You're a side chick that likes to have fun.
Like have some drinks and hang out and shoot the with somebody, and really just, there's not a lot of single people in Gainesville.
Yeah. So let me go with the married guy. Because everybody else in Gainesville has been with me, and they know I'm crazy. And Ryan Lochte, he's crazy, so we'll be perfect together as immoral losers.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop. We also need to be affectionate, and you can see that with Barack and Michelle as well. They do a lot of touching, kissing, even fisting.
Killing us, and we'll call it a day.
The semen was so big, it's not lacking any meat. And that's what real women need. Bussin'. Stop cussing. And it looks like you went and got a job.
Not on the iPad screen, whatever the case might be, in your hand, in a socket, or whatever. Like, thank you. But also, I would love to be getting railed, but...
Oh, yeah. Let's go through all the sponsors right now. I never get freaking podcasts that begin their show with like 7 live reads or sponsors. I'm like, who's listening to that? If I were that sponsor, I'd be pissed off. Well, what do I know? A lot. This following segment has been brought to you by Cheeky Mouth Guards at GetCheeky.com. When I tell you it's the best way to quit biting on the side of your mouth, I'm a man of my words. GetCheeky.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 30%. Shimmerwood CBD drinks at Shimmerwood.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 30%. GetGoodFeels.com for good vibes THC drinks. Go to GetGoodFeels.com and use promo code HOPPY to save 20%. OldGlory.com for the best t-shirts around. Use promo code HOPPY to save 15%. Garden State Distillery Dirty Vodka. GardenStateDistillery.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 15%. Aspire Green Tea Drinks at AspireDrinks.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Afuera Coffee. AFUERA Coffee.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. FSDrinks.com. For the best boba around, use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Oh, you're looking for the best beef jerky? BigForkBrands.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. And finally, are you looking for a good energy bar? QuantumSquares.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. All of these are on my website, RyanHoppyRadio.com, RyanHoppe Radio.com. I would hope you know how to spell radio. Or it's in my podcast section. So whenever you listen to Hoppy Hour like you are right now, in the podcast description is all of that. We're going to come back on Hoppy Hour. Keep this party going and going. But let's hear from Hammer and Hank, which you can hear the Hammer and Hank Show with Henry Oakes and Ryan Hoppe on Spotify by searching up Hammerin, Hammerin Hank Show, and check it out on his podcast feed.
People with autism are often treated like they are different. Believe me, we are. Hi, this is Henry Oakes, but my buddies may have known me as Hammer and Hank. I was labeled as slow when I started school. Come to find out at the age of 12, the doctors decided I was autistic. Now at the age of 48, I have completed an associate degree in radio broadcasting and worked in the San Francisco Bay Area as an on-air personality. So yes, I am different. People with autism have no needs, no different than you. Laugh, laugh, love, and learn to get an education and join the workforce. I did it, and so can anyone else with autism. So when you meet someone with autism, don't feel sorry for them. Work with them. Find out for yourself that autism isn't a disease, it's a condition. To find out more about autism, please visit autismspeaks.org. Autism Speaks. It's time to listen.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. This following segment has been brought to you by Fortify.com. FORTIFUIE.com for the best pre and post workout around. Comes in the form of coconut caramel and fruit punch. However the hell you want to get pumped up before the gym, go to Fortify.com and use promo code Ryan20. Amir Academy of Martial Arts at AmirAcademy.com. 2700 22nd Street North in Edison, St. Petersburg. Women's self-defense classes, kids classes, MMA classes, whatever the hell you need. I'll go. Out there. WhatChasePrinting.com, the best printing company in all the Bay Area. Business cards, posters, yard signs, whatever the hell you need, print it up. I'll go. Out there. Finally, are you mentally ill like me? If you live in Florida or Maryland, go to counselingoncall.net and there you can sign on.
Oxygen playing cool breaks. Hoppy's hour almost done. Feels like robbery in banks. Ryan Hoppe on the mic, dropping wisdom new streams. Syndicated sorrow, now it's time to shatter dreams. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a Wilson rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Phone lines buzzing, but the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. PHX to FM, shoutouts hit the street. But soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilted rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Phone lines buzzing, but the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. PHX to FM, shoutouts hit the street. But soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilted rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Oh, life's just so unfair. Tuned in every night like clockwork to a show. Now it's time to face the silence like a TV on snow. Ryan Hoppe held the mic with humor so divine. The void left in our hearts wider than a canyon line. Empty speaker silent time but coming to an end like a roller coaster stopping round the river's bend. Hoppe jokes and jabs, he's our daily grind. Now silence louder than the thoughts we can't rewind. Oh, the happy hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. The happy hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair.
Happy hour is now over. Happy hour is now over. Game over. This concludes our broadcast day. Good night and God bless America. Doors closing.